Hello, everybody. I am your more Afro Josh. I'm joined by my co-host H3, the game. How you guys doing? Welcome to the live stream. Today's weekly gaming roundup and more. Today we got a few topics: localizers, Twitch, Stella Blade, some Star Wars information, and so much more. Thank you for joining us, Herb. How you doing?
I'm feeling good, man. Ready to get into these topics. It's some pretty spicy stuff that's been happening.
Oh yeah, a whole lot going on. So where would you like to start?
You know what? I want to talk about the old translators, the localizers. Let's get into that.
Localizers. All
Oh
right,
yeah,
localizers getting bodied because of their inability to do their job properly, and you love to see it. No, I mean, on one hand, for the localizers who actually do their job properly, hopefully they're not going to be negatively affected by this. But for those who are like all on Twitter, patting themselves on the back for ruining anything that we can enjoy, they're
yeah.
the ones, yeah, they're the ones of note that deserve everything they get. Unspoiled yesterday. What's going on, man? Thank you for stopping by. We're doing pretty good over here. Let's see. I got the present the share screen rather. What does it look? There you go.
So this has been going on for a long time, right?
Yeah, we actually covered it a previous episode of our weekly gaming roundup a
Yeah,
few weeks back.
yeah.
So today's information comes from Niche Gamer. Localizers upset over the Agent Magnus Bry's manga AI translation. So to kind of give you guys an idea of what's been going on, localizers have essentially taken it upon themselves to give their own interpretation of Japanese translations. So, for example, they would add some lingo that if you're familiar with any type of Japanese language or how they speak, across languages there are some words or meanings, understandings that don't really translate because they're more cultural than they are literal.
Yeah,
For example, the word uh I don't know what's a good word. Yeet. Oh yeah,
yeah.
get yeeted.
Yeet.
Yeah. So it's not a new word, but it's relatively new, and it's not one that has a direct translation in Japanese. And so what these localizers would do, and this is just a light example, but what localizers would do is take that and place it in as a translation of a word or phrase that a character would say, which undermines the intent behind what the original Japanese translation actually means.
So they're basically taking the original author's work and reworking it to fit what they want the characters to say or do.
Exactly, which is really nefarious because it really ruins the storytelling aspect. Imagine if you wrote a really solid story that you sent off to the printer to be, translated for your overseas fans. But there's just some weirdo in the translation box who's like his job is to literally take what's said and verbatim put it in their language with
Yeah,
very little in the way of their own influence. But what these people do is they're obviously left wing propagandists, and what they do is inject their narrative all throughout it and pass it off as, oh, this is what it actually meant. And by the time we get to it, the consumer who buys and pays for it, consumes all this stuff, we're sitting here reading like, why the fuck is let's say Bayonetta's talking about cringe culture? I don't. Why is she talking about feminist propaganda? Like that doesn't
yeah,
make any sense.
like politics and identity politics and things like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's crazy. And like you said, that completely undermines what the original intent was for the author, and it's frowned upon because sometimes there are certain contexts that the author wants us to know, and then somebody can rewrite it and it completely just throws out whatever context the author was trying to give to the audience.
yeah,
So it's really like, you know, uh, a terrible practice that really needs to stop.
and
Like
it
really.
looks like we're on the way to getting it to stop because as a result of their meddling, some studios seem to be taken into AI translations. Now, the cool thing about AI translation is that robots don't have feelings, so
Yeah.
they only do what they're told. Unless they're made to do such. But it appears, according to this, it says they're upset about the Ancient Magnus Bride manga's AI translation. So this is a manga. I don't know much about it, but apparently whoever's doing the localization over there now is like, hey, let's just run this shit through an AI translator and just call it a day, instead of paying some weird uh, fat Landwell with blue hair to go in here and changing it to whatever she wants it to be.
Well,
Hey, look, all I can say is fuck them. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot. I agree because there is no love lost.
and,
As far as
and
I'm concerned, this is a win. So
yeah, and here's the crazy thing. According to this article, like the AI can't like 100% translate everything right. So
mm,
what they'll do, they have the AI translate and then get somebody else to kind of correct it. So there'll be,
mhm.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
So, at least you can get like, 90% of what you're trying to get across right. And I think that's their goal, you know.
Yeah, which is really like, of course, I don't have a problem with it. Like, I'll take a little bit of broken English or typos here and there if it means I can at least get close to what the original author wanted
Yeah.
to portray versus some weirdo, probably from California, who
So
wants
so
to push it.
yeah, they're mad because they're getting found out. Like if like the people translate their own stuff, of course they're gonna lose their job, but at least the works will be accurate to what they're supposed to be. And
Uh,
that's the main thing.
See, the thing is if you just did your job properly, this wouldn't be an issue. Like, these people are so committed to the the message that they will destroy any and everything they can get their grubby little hands on just to push it, and then be all surprised when people don't like it or they reject it, as we're gonna see down here with a lot of responses, which just
Yeah,
like was it Chash Bandicoot,
yeah.
force
Well,
politics, trashing on your fans, you get what you deserve.
it's hilarious, dude. These comments are hilarious. And it's karma, man. It's karma
Yeah,
coming
karmatic
back on these
justice.
folks.
Yeah, and the funny thing, well, I guess what's kind of what makes no sense is how they thought they could get away with it for so long without people finding out, or the studios that hire them. Because Japan, it's another country. English isn't their first language, so I can understand how a lot of this stuff for them would fly under the radar. But
Yeah,
eventually, and this is to me the best way going moving forward is going to be through the use of AI or community-driven translations, because community-driven translations, which is something you mainly see with games that have mods where they're like, okay, this game is only available in Japan, but we've created a translation for it through the community.
yeah,
We actually love this game so much that we'll find some people, or maybe some people who understand a little bit of Japanese, and they'll take it upon themselves and do it for free. You
yeah,
have these localizers who get paid, and they still can't help but do stupid shit.
yeah,
So, yep, suffer. If only translators wouldn't try to fix the content they were translating, specifically Japanese works that make it to Western audiences.
yeah.
And that's the
And
problem with these
see,
people.
this. It happens in, like you said, video gaming. It happens in manga. It happens in anime. Like a lot of foreign stuff that comes over here. You know, it's happened to those things. So I'm glad to see this getting called out, man. Like 100%. These comments are like so hilarious, man. It's
Yeah, like
so
Rip
hilarious.
Bozo. There you go. Classic Final Fantasy X, Titus
Who
laughing.
said, "Have you considered learning code?"
Yep.
Boy,
Like, it's time to
they
find
getting on
another yeah, another day for thanking God. Please replace them all with AI.
them.
The ones guilty of this nonsense, because a lot of these localizers will go on Twitter and
Yeah,
justify their actions or play the victim. It's really just disgusting. It's
and
it's
see,
sickening.
I don't even like AI like that, to be honest.
Yeah.
But in this situation, if you like, so they can make their product right, so we can read it and it be right, man, go ahead and do it. Go
Yeah,
ahead and use
it shouldn't really come down to like it's just one of those non-issues. It should be something that we don't have to deal with. But it's 2024 now, and the ride's only gonna get worse. Son of a bitch! I didn't know you guys were going live. Hey man, there's still room for one more. That's why I was trying to call you, but you called me earlier. I was sleeping too. I was napping it up.
it. It was all sleeping.
Yeah, man, we old now.
It's so salty. Thank
Yep.
God for AI.
Yeah, because just like you, I was like, I'm not too big on AI. I'm not really down with the cause, but this right here is a good way to convince me otherwise. Like this is a compelling argument for AI, and
Yeah,
I'm all
even
for it.
like even if they just had a program that wasn't even AI that could just translate everything correctly, that'd
Hmm.
be cool with that. But this
Yeah.
this is it's crazy, man. Yeah, I hate how kind of like you were hitting on earlier, where these folks get found out and now they're making all of these excuses because
Hmm.
they weren't doing their jobs like they were supposed to be doing. Like they were inserting all of these politics, identity politics, and things like that into the medium, and it's just wrong, man. It's absolutely wrong.
Yeah, because and that's just standard practice. If you don't do the job you were hired for properly, good. If you intentionally suck at your job, you should be fired. It's that easy. If you got a job and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna do my own thing, pull a Miles Morales, you're just gonna be unemployed.
Yeah,
you know.
and
So I mean,
I just think about me. Like if I were to have like a comic or something like that, and it gets translated by somebody in a foreign country, and they completely change my works, I would be pissed. I'll be
yeah,
super pissed if somebody did that to me,
yeah,
especially if it was something that I worked hard on, something that I slaved on, put my time, blood, sweat, and tears into, and you want to change my works? No,
yep.
no.
That's no bueno, man. Oh, there's another topic. I meant to add this to. Chris sent it to me earlier, but I'll add that after we knock out our original three. But yeah, man, I'm all for it. If AI is the vehicle used to do proper translations, and if we can't rely on localizers, I'm all for it. Get fucked. We don't need you. We don't want you. You had one job and you couldn't do it, so you don't. You know,
Get them out of here.
yeah,
Get
it's
them
time to
out.
go. It is time to go. But all right. Next up, we have tumultuous Twitch turmoil. I can't believe I
Oh
said that all
my
right the
God.
first time. Okay, so you want this one?
Give me 1 second to bring it up. I need to get that article. Give me one
All right,
second.
I'm a get this other one ready too.
So Twitch, I guess there's an update. We talked about it before, but Twitch they came out with these policies to where they allowed fictional nudity, and
Yeah,
they kind of walk back some things. Well,
yeah,
they're walking back even further now.
yep. Which is all par for the course, given how Twitch has been. They're pretty much known for just getting the egg on their face at this point. But it's fun to point and laugh because as much as I want to go all the way on Twitch, get the affiliate program and all, get my bits and shit. I just don't trust the site because stuff like this. I'm not trying to put my stuff on a porn site, but these guys are so fast and loose with their terms of service that are constantly changing. By the way, you'll notice that the title of this video is different on Twitch because I guess they got like a really weird lockdown policy on what you can title your videos, whatever. Because
All
that's
right,
why it
can
took me
you
so long to
share my
start the
screen?
video. All right,
Yeah.
there you go.
All right. So Twitch. So we found this article on PC Gamer, and this article was done by Andy Chalk about 5 hours ago. All right. So it says Twitch
Mm.
nudity laws continue to shift. Cleavage is unrestricted, but no underboob. What? No, underboob. How dare you?
It's I don't get it. Like, so which one is it? Is there boob or there's there no boob? You tell me, Twitch. I can't. Which one is it?
So today, Twitch further affirmed of its no nudity rules with an update to its entire policy that prohibits implied nudity. So there's been this meta. They call it meta. But anyway, what the chicks would do, they would wear these bars over their chest, and over
Mm,
their crotch area, insinuating that they were nude, but not really nude, right? So that's what they're talking about by implied
mm,
nudity.
yeah.
This change comes in reaction to recent meta with streamers use objects, black sensor bars, like I was saying, strategic camera positioning to make themselves look fully or partially nude, even though Twitch has acknowledged most of them were closed and thus were not actually violating any rules. While most streamers have labeled this content appropriately with sexual themes, labeling or wearing clothes behind the objects or outside the camera frames, many users, the thumbnails of the content can be disruptive to their experience on Twitch. Chief Customer Trust Officer Angela Henson wrote. So, I kind of like that, where I feel like the good majority part of Twitch, they're banding together, like, hey, this is not right. You're not supposed to be doing this. This platform is for gaming, and you're totally out of pocket. So I'm loving that. You don't
Yeah.
really see that a lot. People getting together and say, "Hey, this is wrong."
Yeah, and actually getting change to follow behind it instead of it just being like a thing where it's like, oh, okay, well, everyone knows about it now. What's the next move?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm having issues with my monitor,
All right.
but yeah. Um, like I said, I'm just glad to really see that. Let's see. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. Let's see. We don't permit streamers to be fully or partially nude, including exposing genitals or buttocks. Nor do we permit streamers to imply or suggest that they are partially nude, including but not limited to covering breasts or genitals with object sensor bars. We do not permit the visible outline genitals, visible outline of genitals. Okay.
Like this
Even
all,
when covered.
man. Oh,
Like, so it's like, what do you want? That's my question. What do you want, Twitch? What exactly do you want?
well, see, what it is that the people running Twitch are the same type of weirdos that are the localizers that we just talked about earlier. And the problem is they're trying their best to allow something that is essentially not allowed. Oh, hold on. Young Sykes has just joined the chat. I'm gonna add him on up in here. Young Sykes, welcome to the welcome to the show. How you doing?
What's up, y'all? I just woke up. I hate that I missed that first topic because boy, that that's like one topic that's like I'm really passionate about. That burns my damn that grinds my damn gears.
Well, I mean, we can return
Mhm.
to it because I know you personally have experienced some of this what do you call it, localizer
Oh my god!
nonsense.
Like
Let's reverse for
Yeah.
just a second.
All right, yeah,
boy,
let's do it.
well you want to bring up
Uh,
that was that niche gamer article boy. Damn near like 20 of them games on that list I got.
all right, with the one we just looked at.
Yep.
All
He
right.
just goes down the list and tells you all of them. Like I said, Biden Kaido's like I was surprised when I went to. I said, why they changed this line? The hell is going on with y'all?
All right. This
Yeah,
one.
I remember watching some like a video about that, man. Like the Japanese translations and what the characters actually say is like night and day. It's so ridiculous, man.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
Mm,
dude, they say okay, and they even do it to like old classic games that have already been out since the freaking 90s. Like a good example, Chrono Cross. If you saw it, it was on their list. They went back and changed
mm.
like a whole different pair. Like I was like, what in the world? This is not what this character said back in the day.
Yeah. And also, like the clip you had sent me, I think a day or two ago. I don't know what the anime it was, but it was a
Oh,
clear. Matter of fact, do you still
oh,
have that?
Kobayashi Dragon Maid.
Okay, let
Oh
me try
yeah,
to find that.
I saw that. Where the streamer, what I forgot what
Okay,
streamer it was. He was,
Asmongold.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
the
he was
same.
watching it.
Yeah,
He was like, man, no, he didn't believe that like what they said and what was actually translated were two different things.
yeah.
Boy, I got so like I said, like hell, like I told Raging Gold Eagle when he was streaming, I said, man, one of the biggest egregious of this whole localization thing was Neo, the world ends with you. Like when I play that game, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, the gameplay is freaking great. The music in that game is freaking great, but the localization was just butchering it. I mean, geez, I'm like, it would take. This is one I forget. I'm trying to remember her name. I think his name is his character. Like she's like Gothic like named Soka, and throughout the game, I was like, man, she's kind of a bitch. And then you look at the translation, it makes her not be an asshole. It's like she's more like more like I'm kind of shy, but I'm kind of don't want to bother y'all. But I'm kind of like, yeah, kind of a little mean, but not like, hey losers, how you doing? Every 5 minutes you see, and she sees you
Wow.
like, hey losers, how you doing? And she's like,
What
hey
character
guys,
is
how you
this?
doing?
But here, I found the clip. So let's watch this. This Chris sent me this I think a day ago.
Hey. Oh, hi. What are you doing here, Lukua? To see you and bring these. Want some snacks? Duh, thank you. What are you wearing that for? Oh, those pesky patriarchal societal demands were getting on my nerves. So I changed clothes. Give it a week, they'll be begging you to change back. Huh? You can come on in if you...
It's completely different.
Hey, you
from
could
what the thing she
tell,
said.
like, you could tell that's not what was intended because of how fast she had to say it just to squeeze it in there. It's like, oh, the patriarchal, blah, 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 word vomit. And then, okay, back to the actual script. And it's like, if this is what we have to deal with, and then even if you want to, like, okay, fine, I'll just watch subtitles
No, nope, they got
and
you on
do
that
that.
too. They got
Yeah,
you covered,
so
buddy.
you damn near just gotta learn Japanese at this point if you want to get the actual story.
Yeah, that's why I mean, ain't gonna lie, that's why I mostly go to fan subs because it's like at least with
Yeah,
fan subs, you can like not worry too much, but still, you just gotta figure
Yeah,
out who you can trust if that's the case. But I'm about to be like our other boy and just go ahead and just learn Japanese full throttle.
yeah,
yeah. And even if you didn't know anything about the localization, just hearing it, you can kind of tell like, okay, someone Japanese would not write these characters to say this type of stuff. It's like it's
yeah,
obvious, like for
yeah.
real.
Because in Japanese culture, they like fan service and what do they call it? Uh, there's a word for it in Japanese. Uh, Sakurai, he had mentioned it. Like and I think it was the old version of Streets of Rage, where the Japanese version of the game showed one of the female characters' panties, while in the American ones they were like censored. And he was like, "Yeah,
Okay.
we here in Japan, we just like that stuff, so it's not really a issue for us. But
Yeah.
in America, they make a big deal out of it." And I'm like, "Yep, land of
Boy,
the free, huh?"
they they make a big deal out of it, man. From simmering, like from like even the TD games, like some like simmering Kagura or certain games, like they all that
Oh
was that
yeah.
bunch of fan stuff. What was it one like that fairy tale, like
Mm.
yeah, like basically like what is like was it Lucy, like in Japanese version you can see her panties. In the American version it's just a black hole.
What?
Yep, it's just a
Yeah,
black hole.
it's just a void.
It's a void, nothing there.
And it's really it's like when you take it because this kind of applies to Twitch as well. But you notice how there's a push for them to be like it's pretty much it's not allowed. You're not allowed to enjoy these like fan service things like titties and ass and panties, pantsuit shots and all that stuff, and then turn around and be like, but on Twitch, all these girls can run around damn near naked in their hot tubs and censor bars. That all that's okay, but you're not allowed to look at the what is essentially it's not real. Anime, comic books, video game characters, bunch of zeros, ones, and people drawing. But we can objectify these real women over here on Twitch, and then they'll turn around and be like, "Don't objectify me. I'm a sex worker, and my job is legitimate. And you need to respect me as such." It's like,
Man,
man,
I'm sorry. Sex work is the biggest bullshit ever.
yeah,
It just is. I'm sorry because it's like, look, it's like, first of all, I hate to say it like this, but I'm gonna say it like this. Excuse me. I respect prostitutes more than you hoes. Because at least they actually got to go out and fuck somebody. All y'all do.
Lord have
City,
mercy.
big,
I'm like,
big
you
booty
ain't a nice
streamers.
motherfucker, but who gives a shit? You ain't doing shit. And I hate to say it, like, I hate to fucking say it, but it's like, dude, if that's the case, just be a damn stripper. Just be a
Wow.
stripper.
You don't hate to say it, man. You love to say
Yeah, I
it.
do love saying it. Go be a goddamn stripper that I'll actually respect your ass. You showed up on fucking camera, something anybody can do. Not only that, like I've argued before, we gave y'all all this stuff. We give you plenty of websites to do this shit at, but you want
Plenty
to
of
come
outlets.
here to do it.
Yeah, you want to do it on the one place where you shouldn't do it, where you know there's like the most traffic
Terrible.
every time. Kuroki Samurai, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Twitch sounds like YouTube for crackheads because they always tweaking. Couldn't agree more.
Damn it, dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
But no, like, the other little part of my rant is also it's just the fact that motherfucker, y'all got Twitter. You already got Twitter, and I keep on telling people my conspiracy theory is the only reason why Twitter got bad in 2000, I believe, 18 was because as soon as Tumblr shut porn down, everybody in a mentally ill grandma migrated to Twitter. That's how it got so bad. That's my conspiracy theory, though.
I disagree with one part of that statement you made.
What's up?
Conspiracy theory.
Okay. I just want people to like, oh man, you're just crazy. Nah, bitch.
Come on,
look
dude.
At
like
analytics and look at all these people. I'm telling you, I knew it. I because like was it? I used to forget somebody used to. No, it was RG told me. Basically, if you went on Tumblr and you saw these ethos and stuff, right? They were all over there.
Yeah.
I'll say names, fucking Domi, fucking K-Bird, and all the other stuff. Cool. Y'all stay over there. You don't gotta come over here. Yep. And then all of a sudden, oh man, it shut porn down. Oh, we gotta go over there. And there was a bunch of mentally ill people drawing stuff, talking about stuff, and all this crazy stuff we have now from like localization and all this crap. And
they spread all throughout the industry.
Yeah, they literally. I'm telling y'all, I keep telling people, it's like the 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo. The government that said the government Scooby, he touched the damn chest, opened it up, and all the ghosts flew out. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. You gonna put them back in? No, we need them hoes. What you need them hoes for?
Open up
a portal. Shit coming up. We need these fucking people. What's wrong with you? Like,
except it was Tumblr. Like everybody would dunk on Tumblr, but it's like, damn, we didn't realize how important that site was.
Dude, that place was the evil containment wave. That was the evil containment wave, and they broke it. It's like, no,
now we all suffer.
Well, now we got all these. That's where all the Z-Zers and all this other bullshit came from. I believe personally.
Well, I don't think you're wrong in that state, but okay. Well, let's piggyback back to the tumultuous Twitch turmoil, which is not too far off from what we're talking about.
All right, let's
go. But do you want to hop back on your article, Herb?
Yeah, just for a second. All right. So, so my thing is with this, like every time they come up with rules, it's like everybody finds a way around the rules to do what they want to do. It's like this, like ever continuous revolving door. Like Twitch makes rules, somebody finds a way to get around it, and they're back to trying to, make rules to censor these people. But I mean, they've already opened the door for them, just like what Young Sites was just saying. It's like the portals have been open, and it's it's like if they're allowing this stuff. It's like you just need to get rid of it completely, really.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm like, because that's where I stand. Because if you want to solve the problem, which they don't, but let's say you did, you want to solve the problem outright, it would just be bans across the board. Anybody doing anything slightly sexually malicious that is IRL, not video games, because Twitch is supposed to be that off the jump. Like if you want to play like an M-rated game, okay, you get the little notification when someone pops up. Is like, hey, this is an M-rated stream intended for these audiences, so on and so forth. But the problem we have isn't with gaming so much as it is with IRL sluts, whores, and whatever hopping on here to link these people to their OnlyFans page where they do more of that garbage. And I'm thinking to myself, like, does OnlyFans not have a live not podcast, but like a live setting where you could just broadcast live from OnlyFans instead of having all these people do it here on Twitch just to funnel them over there. It just
Yeah,
seems kind of counterproductive because if Twitch is supposed to be for gaming, let it be for gaming. But
yeah. And like this part here in this article, the attire exception clause remains in place, meaning streamers can let it almost all hang out as long as they're within reasonable proximity of a pool, hot tub, or beach, and use the pool, hot tubs, and beaches category for their stream. Proper coverage is still vital, though. Swimwear in these streams must be fully opaque and completely cover genitals, and those who present as women must also cover their nipples. It's like it's so
yo,
stupid, man. It's so stupid. It's like they want to allow it, but like they just they don't know how to regulate this stuff. And then until they come out with like clear cut rules to like get rid of this stuff or ban it, it's like it's always gonna be crazy. Like for real. It's like not much you can really do.
yeah, it's always going to be a losing battle because, like I said, these people they want to keep it so badly, and they're pretty much just dancing in circles trying to find a way to pretty much do what's impossible. When the right thing to do would just to be ban all these, accounts that do this stuff, the hot tub streamers, the bikini, the IRL, like all that shit. In my opinion, got to go.
Yeah,
And
it's
if
like go ahead.
No, yeah, but it is, and if in that sense, where the next controversy will be, women don't feel like they're being represented in Twitter because they can't flash the titties. And, it'd be nice if Twitch was like, well, Pornhub is an option. You could just do it there.
I keep saying it. You got
Yeah.
Pornhub, you got Chatterbait, you got what's the other one? You got X Video,
Uh-oh.
you got Red, you got porn, you got Red Tube, you got
Hey, this is a show for kids, okay? Stop telling them what they already know. But
So
take your
you
ass
know,
over there, damn it. Take
so
your
them,
ass.
yeah, so them like not allowing implied or suggested nudity is a step forward, but at the same time, the whole thing is jacked up to begin with. So,
yeah, it's not
but that's all I
addressing
got
the
for this one.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not addressing the problem. They're just, what they call tap dancing.
yeah,
But
putting like a band-aid, putting a band-aid on the situation.
I mean, because I guess I hate to say it, I hate to say this, but no, I love to say this. Somebody's over there getting something. I don't know who. I don't know if it's some money. I don't know if it's kitty cat. But
are you
somebody's getting
saying,
something.
are you implying that this is another Five Guys type of issue?
Yeah, gotta be. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. You know how this goes. When women are involved in some type of shit, right? Especially like these type of women are involved in some type of shit. Somebody's trying to get something from somebody.
Ain't no trying. Somebody's getting something. But
Goddamn, I'm sorry, bro. Like whoever hit, like, look, I get it. I mean, you want to do it with Zoe Queen. I guess you was just down that damn bad. I guess.
So the bottom line, sex sells like crazy, and like they want to keep it, as much as they can because it's bringing traffic now. It's bringing a lot of traffic and a lot of people to their platform, and they don't want to lose that. Same thing happened with OnlyFans. I remember one point OnlyFans said, "No, we're not doing this sexual work content no more."
You saw how quick everybody was like, "Oh, don't do." All the women were like, "No, our rights or something along those lines."
They cried so damn hard and fast.
And OnlyFans gave right on in. They walked right back, just like Twitch walked back. Yeah, it's like, oh well, fine. We'll let you do what you want to do. Just don't leave our platform.
Hey, well, you might want to check your microphone, Herb, because you kind of got like a strobe sound effect going on.
Okay, I might have to do my settings.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm the only one hearing it or if everyone is.
I'm hearing it.
Oh, okay, I'm not crazy.
Well, I was gonna say also I was watching side scrolls earlier, and hell, It's so bad to the point where Craig make he made an executive decision. He said, you know what? He said after the 31st of this month, we're done with Twitch. We're getting off here. Fuck this.
Yeah, because it's a losing battle. Like you wanna support sites that do the thing for for gamers or whatever, but they're so fast and loose with their rules, and they don't apply them evenly across the board. Obvious forms of favoritism here and there, and we got fucking deer in the trust and safety thing. So I don't know. This
Oh
is
my god, not the deer.
it's like
I'm about to twist. I'm about to twist. Something, and you can't do anything. But doing this little dance right here. I'm like, bro, you don't sit your ass down, boy.
yeah, I know,
What are you
man. It's
doing?
like
All right, testing 1 2.
there you
Hold on.
go.
It's confirmed that someone
Sound
at
much
Twitch was
better.
doing the exact thing. So, I mean, like I said, somebody is getting something somewhere from someone. This is the reason why they keep doing this.
I agree with that. I think you're right on that one, 100%.
Yeah, it's just that we just don't know who it is yet until something
Yep.
leaks or somebody says something the other person don't like, and then we're gonna have a whole. It'll be controversial, but we'll be like, you mean,
It's
know,
what was it that situation? It's Gamergate, right?
yeah,
Was it Gamergate, something like that, where like some lady was giving some booty up to
Zoe
somebody?
Quinn,
yeah, the five guys, burgers and fries reference.
man, nah, dude, Zoe Quinn's a shitty ass person. I don't give a fuck. Because first of all, I'm gonna say it like this. First of all,
Stop defaming
no,
my
fuck no. I'm
queen.
gonna tell you why she is person. She was dating some developer, and I forgot what she's at. I forgot exactly how to phrase it, but basically, she pushed this nigga to the point where he just,
Self-deleted. Yep.
yep,
What?
yeah, dude
Mhm.
killed himself, and then she don't even feel bad for the dude or nothing. Like,
What?
oh well, I was dating him at the time, and blah 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 blah. It just,
It was a whole. It was some shit and then some more. A wild cross has joined the party. Sup, Cross?
Uh-oh.
Hold
Welcome
on.
to the stream. Oh, okay.
I don't think my audio's set up right. Or can you guys hear me?
I can hear
Yeah,
you.
Yeah,
you
okay.
sound just fine.
Yeah. Let me just make sure I
Wish
got
we
y'all.
could see you on camera.
Man, I don't
You-
got no fucking camera, and I'm not getting one.
Cost effective, man. Gotta spend smart, man.
I know.
Don't
I'm gonna
need
make
it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make the government work fucking hard using my taxpayer dollars to get my fucking face. Go ahead and boot up them satellites, brother. Hack into my phone. You gonna have to hire Jim to fucking get on my face, man. I ain't about to get that shit away for free. Fuck you.
Yeah. They go turn on your camera. Gonna be a big crack right in the lens. Like, got them.
I just dropped my phone too. I just dropped it. That joint got a big crack. You ain't lying.
Yep.
That's exactly how I look. Yep. I, you gonna work
But
hard.
yep. But I got another like moving on down the line. We have Stella Blade Stellar Model.
Mm,
Oh,
mm.
oh,
That's a
Actually, I
fine
haven't heard
word.
about this one. Yeah, a friend of mine.
Yeah, I haven't
Uh,
either.
a friend of
oh,
mine
okay.
sent me something this morning, and he was like, "Looks like this is the only game looking like the PS5 really is the one game station." And I
Well,
was like, "Dang."
I wouldn't go that far, but props where props is due. But I'm like, yeah, this is one game, and it ain't even out yet, which means there's still room for shit to
Exactly.
fuck up.
And I got some, I got something to say on that, but
Yep.
I'm gonna let you go on it first. Go ahead.
But let's see. I got a post from Daka, someone on X, formerly known as Twitter. But all right. So, in case you guys haven't heard of this game called Stellar Blade, it features a
Mm.
very voluptuous, very sexy, feminine female protag. I don't know what the game's about, and I think that's irrelevant. You know, if that enough is for me to be like, oh, I'm interested, sort of, kind of, maybe. But right here, there's a controversy bubbling about people, of course, fatland wills who don't like that she's attractive, and then there's been like this whole cascade of uh uh commentators saying, oh, I just don't think the model is very appealing. It's really distracting, and it really doesn't. I think it takes away from whatever message the game is trying to portray. And so this guy here posted fat American liberal women most affected by realistic body types in video games. So
That's
celebrate,
hilarious.
yeah. So this one right here, she's an actual Korean model named Shin Jae Yoon. I don't know. And if you look at the model, it is like just like in video. And like I was telling you about this the other day when we were hanging out her about how it's not that difficult to make video game characters. Video game characters are not supposed to be realistic. They're supposed to be like fantasy. But
Yeah.
we've been inundated with all these games that are trying to push for more realism, and that comes in the form of gameplay, the design. They push all these high fidelity graphics, but there's hardly a game behind it. You're just playing a walking simulator, and you see you see her right here, and it's like, man, how is it that this studio is able to do a full body scan of this model, and it looks just enough like her where you'd be like, wow, that looks great. Then you look at Spider Man, Mary Jane, and you're just like, man, whose Crimson Chin looking bitch is this? you know,
Or the
why
model
does it look so bad?
or the model for spoken, and you compared it to for
Yeah,
spoken. I
it's
was like,
just
bro,
like, obviously we understand that they do it on purpose because they're weirdos, but to just make a nice video game and make it something that people care about,
What's that dog?
damn dog, no,
yeah.
I love the dog. Look like
Yeah, and so you got some people on here saying, "Well, she's probably not even real, or she's probably, fake understanding of beauty standards, whatever the fuck."
It's
It's
like
boy, anything to be
who?
fat, anything to be fat and
It's
lazy.
like who cares, man?
What do
Like
you mean?
for
Who
real.
cares? Of
It's
course,
like
feminists care.
it's
You know who
like
cares?
you can't even have like you know oh so that model is based off of this model here, this
yeah,
Mhm.
realistic model. It's like you can't even just have like that is a realistic model. It's like what is she talking about, dude?
No,
Like really?
they're trying to redefine what real is.
yeah. It's all intentional. It's not that they don't know or understand. They're intentionally trying to misdirect. That's the whole
So
purpose of like
so
propaganda.
so they're fat and they want characters in gaming to look fat.
Yeah,
Is that is that what it is?
and
Well,
in
I
a,
think
in a
it's more so that I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the bottom line when it comes to like the actual core reason, but that's not the
mm,
reason they're going to tell you. The real reason is that they men are attracted to this. They're attracted to
Mm,
this girl here, and they want that attraction, but they can't
mm,
compete, so they have to eliminate competition. It goes back
mm.
to what I was saying before. An ideology can't evolve and it can't grow, so it has to eliminate competition so that people can accept it. And
yeah,
so, yes,
normalize it.
you're right. Like the core motivation is, I don't want that thing to exist because I'm fat and I want you to like me. But it's like the reality is that they subscribe to an ideology that makes them feel good. This ideology, I mean, this stuff like this blows their ideology like to smithereens. And
Yeah,
of course, if given the choice, more men will choose this over them. That makes them feel like shit because they have to grow,
Try and be
try and
be
grow to some
attractive, be
standard,
healthy.
and
Yeah.
they have a low opinion of themselves. They don't think that they can. So
yeah.
they would rather destroy this. And the thing is that it's funny because South Korea, a lot of South Korean games, not just, and this is one of them, but documented, has had this radical feminist group called the Daughters of Megalia,
Hmm.
where
Mm,
essentially, uh, I don't want to get too long into it, but
Yeah.
Megalia was essentially this cult that, um, well, the closest thing I can like compare them to is the Illuminati. They were a feminist Illuminati that took over the South Korean government and groomed the female president. And it was figured out in 2016 that she was groomed, and all that got exposed.
Yep. There's like
So
a bunch of articles and stuff about it, and the
yep,
reason why we're getting
99% of the population was out on the street wanting to kill the president
yeah.
Wow.
when that got figured out, and the media just covered it up. Everything got covered up. No one talked about it. Even though it was one of the largest citizen revolts in our time. Like this was some shit that
Yeah.
when I tried to tell people at the time, they thought I was just making this shit up.
It was
Yeah, I mean, it
2016.
sounds like yeah, it was 2016. It sounds like some made up fucking like anime bullshit. I mean, so I can't blame people for yeah, Illuminati groomed a female president to promote their feminist ideology and blah blah blah. No, yeah, no one's gonna fucking believe me. But then when it happened, the media just covered it up, and now no one knows it. Well,
Wow.
there's a group called the Daughters of Megalia that they believe in this shit, and they purposely infiltrate like media that appeals to men. And in South Korea, a
Mhm.
lot of that is video games, gotcha, and stuff like that. And they go there to work as animators, character models, and stuff like that. And they slowly inject their message into it and try to change the direction and course of the game. And a lot of these developers figured this out because over there now they see feminism for what it is, even though but it's so rooted into the branches of their government that it's extremely difficult for them to do anything about it now.
Yeah,
But
I see.
when it's your company, they hate it now. So like they've been firing these feminists. They're like, oh wait,
Mm.
you're a fucking member of the Daughters of, because unlike our feminists, our feminists are way smarter. They're way harder to detect. They put a smoke screen on everything and no one knows anything. Whenever you try to identify them and lock them down into a particular thing, they know how to smoke screen that so quickly and easily. In fact, it got memory hold because of the West. This whole thing with because what was going on at the time? Trump.
Yep.
Yep.
So, okay, right. So it's like, but over there, they know. So the Daughters of Megalia, they are much more how do I put it, direct and exact and honest about how they feel. They're like, we hate
Mm.
men. We want to decrease the population of men. We don't want their influence. Like they're very direct about what it is they want. And South Korea labeled them as a terrorist group because they are. And
Wow.
Deservedly
that's what
so.
they do. This was one of the games. So they actually infiltrated Stellar Blade and they kicked them out. Like the developers found out and fired them.
Wow.
And
Mm.
when that happened, she went on Twitter to rant, moan, and complain and like talk, well, this is sexism and they're just blah 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 blah. And Stellar Blade, when she made that tweet, they're like, we're just gonna post a picture of our main character's butt. And it's
Bravo, Benjamin, bravo.
everyone will care more about that than what this fucking lady's saying.
Yeah.
And it's like so. And when I saw that, I was like, the only way that something's going to stop them is if someone with a whole lot of power comes in and stop them. Because now I've seen enough to say, I mean, I'm still worried. I'm always worried, but that action alone made me say, okay, someone's aware. They're aware. I'm less worried
Yeah.
because
Because
the
Yeah.
something's
threat
actually
is
being
more
done.
real. Yeah, well, because their
Yeah.
threat is more consolidated and real. If
Yeah.
our if the threat here was consolidated, real, and like like honest, oh yeah, we'd fight them too. Difference is that there's always this plausible deniability with everything. We're expected to be God and know everything to like quantify them into a force that can be attacked and eliminated. We're
Yeah.
quantified. Oh,
Hmm.
we like Stellar Blade. That's a thing. You know what I mean? So it can be attacked, and like destroyed. But
Yeah.
everything that they are is like, uh, it's like smoke. It's like it's
Yeah.
kind of there, but you kind of can't grasp it. It's like, and then whenever you attempt to do, even when you attempt to do it successfully, like with Amber Heard, when you
Yep.
do it, they are able to quickly say, no, that's not us. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, she's just crazy. They're both crazy. That's just celebrity stuff. They're able to immediately detach it from themselves. You know, they're very good. The Koreans
Yeah.
are not as good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's all I want to say. Um,
Yeah.
Okay.
But like in a nutshell, I think Stella Blade is, action third person hack and slash type game. Uh, like I haven't seen this particular video because like when I first saw it, I'm like, well, it looks like something I'd like, but I'm not about to get a PS5 for that shit. If it comes to
Yeah.
PC,
Yeah.
maybe,
yeah, I
but
agree.
it's I mean
I
that's
mean, but
good news
like,
overall. So
but like, when I was saying like one of my friends when he was saying like, yeah, this is the like bloodborne of this fucking console was looking like. I was like, I agree. The reason why I say I agree is not because I'm gonna get a PlayStation 5. You're out of your fucking mind. I'm not doing that. But what I'm saying is that like if I wasn't just thinking, right, and I was just basing it purely on like how I used to do things when I was a kid, I want this game, so I gotta get this console. There you go. This is a game that I would do that. Like
yep,
Yeah.
clear. Because look at it. It's a good it's like look at it.
yeah,
It's
Yep.
obvious. Like, so oh yeah, I'm gonna like if it was just kid me, I gotta give me a PlayStation 5 just so I can play this fucking game.
Yeah.
That's how I'd be thinking, you know?
God.
So, so just touching on what you were saying, Cross. Like every time there's something that women don't like that men like, the shaming tactics come out in full force, man. There's
Yeah.
always some type of shaming tactics somewhere.
Well, because men
That,
care about the opinions of women, so it works.
yep.
I mean, yeah, it does work.
I mean, like the
But
shaming tactics work. Like we shame women all the fucking. We used to shame women about fucking like being a whore and all that stuff. That didn't stop
you know,
them.
we still do.
Yeah, it
Well,
it doesn't
men,
stop them
men
at
and
all.
women. Yeah,
Yeah, but it
Yeah,
doesn't stop them. Is
it's
what I'm
nowhere near
trying
as
to say.
effective because like
It's not effective.
when men get shamed, we stop. When women get
Yeah.
shamed, they get propped up by the anti-shaming crowd. Because
Well,
kind of
they'll
like
cry. Well, they'll cry. They'll be like, "Oh, blah blah blah." They'll make a show of caring, but like, look at their actions. Look at what they actually do. They turn on Beyonce
yeah,
and say, "I'm a survivor."
Oh my
Men,
God.
on the other hand,
Fuck
they
Beyonce.
will have a face of nothing at best. They will have a stone face and then sit in darkness and think about who they are. So,
yeah. I
yep,
feel like when men get shamed, we take a second to look at ourselves. Like, is
yeah,
am I really trash? Am I really a terrible person? And we have to reflect on it and be better. You
yeah. See,
know,
and that's the problem
but
with like
and
but the
on the
di-
that's
other
our
end.
weakness.
Yeah, but
That's
on
the
the other
exact
end,
weakness.
because we don't have like an army of simps to come and validate all of our bad behavior after the fact.
yeah, we
That's
have to.
And
Yeah,
funded.
like our actions have more weight on us. Like we don't have nothing bailing us out. Like women do. It's like what we do. We have to stand on it, and so
Yep.
we have to move more careful. We can't be too reckless when it comes to certain things.
See,
Even if we're shamed and we're like, okay, well, what you're saying is bullshit, and moved on, you still reflect on it and say, hey, well, that's bullshit.
the problem is that men do too much fucking reflecting just because someone says something to them.
Hmm.
They need, I think that like I think men need courage because you can't afford to sit there and fucking stop every time someone questions your morality or your actions or whatever. You can't afford to. Well, maybe they have some value in what they're saying. Yeah, yeah, it's better to learn to by doing it yourself, walking the path and getting hit, than sitting there and stopping every 5 seconds on someone who hasn't even fucking done it. It's like because then you won't go anywhere, you won't accomplish anything, and and then in fact they end up slowly pushing you in a direction where they want you to go. And people don't think it's that like it doesn't matter. Like I was reading this book called Atomic Habits by James Clear,
Yeah, I heard of
and
that.
yeah, and he has this analogy in there that I like where he says like small changes that may not seem very important today are drastically important. You have to understand that. He's like, it would be like me trying to fly from LA to New York, but while I'm flying, I change the nose of the plane only a few inches. But if you magnify that across the whole United States, you end up in Washington D.C.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
like
it was like the
it,
whole boiling frog analogy too.
Yep.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can't keep stopping to double check what people keep saying because the whole thing about being a man is that you're steadfast in your convictions despite what people say. Women care about what people think. That's why it's so hard for them to get anywhere on their own. But some of the most powerful men in history just said, "Fuck it," you know, I'm gonna do it, and even at like the chagrin of others, like you'll never get ahead, you'll never do that. That's not gonna work, and then it works.
Or it
So it's
Yeah,
doesn't
like,
work, or it doesn't
or
work, and you learn.
yeah, it's
Like
like
that's
the
the thing. Like a lot of times it doesn't work. You sit there, you say, "I'm gonna
mm,
do this shit," and then you fucking fail, dude. It's like, but you fucking learn. Like, but people, I think, I what I think it is that like I said, we care about the opinions of others, but we care about the opinion of women way more. And I think that what it is that we don't like failure, not because it may hurt in the short term, but I think what it is that how women view you in the long term after you failed.
hmm
mm,
It's like, oh
right.
man, I did this thing and I failed at that, and I'm always going to be looked at this way from this person. Because when it's a dude that's doing that to you, you kind of don't give a shit. You kind of like, well, who the fuck are you? What do you fucking accomplish? Like, huh?
Yeah,
Like you start being like, well, who are you to fucking question me? But we don't do that same shit to women. We just
and we should,
automatically say, damn,
and they got nothing going on. Like in
yeah.
comparison, they're like, well, it's
So
silly.
I agree and disagree with you on some points. I agree with you that you shouldn't stop for just everybody. When it comes to certain opinions,
yeah.
but there are certain things you have to kind of stop and reflect on so you can be better as a person. Whatever that may be, it's different for everybody, but some things you do have to, stop and reflect on.
I mean, you're right. In the reality of the situation, you're correct. But I'd rather go towards the extreme of not stopping because life
Yeah,
will stop you.
hmm
Life will stop you. You will run. You will fuck up. You will make a mistake. You will fall. That is the stopping point.
it's true.
It's like
I agree with that.
so, and I think that those are all the necessary stopping points. Like, yes, you can have more, and yes, those more may help you. But I feel like when you have that type of thinking, you're likely to stop more than you should, and it hinders you.
Yeah, it's like you got to have some type of self awareness,
Yeah,
hmm
to understand what you stop for and what you just keep on going past.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I do have one more. I added this topic because young Sykes, he had brought this to my attention the other day, and I thought it'd be important to advocate for.
Piracy A-OK. See, I don't know what these topics are. So these are surprises to me.
Yeah,
These are
because I
like
just
huge
remembered.
surprises.
Yeah, because I remember we talked about it before. I was like, I think Herbert would appreciate this if he didn't know about
Yeah. I like it. I
it.
like it.
All right, but this is a article from oh, I need to. There you go. It's an article from PC Gamer about this video game. If money is an issue, pirate it and buy a copy later. The devs of our favorite surprise horror hit want you to play it spoiler free by any means necessary.
What the
So,
hell?
I'm so sure they're gonna be bankrupt after this.
yes, there's nothing they
God,
can do.
God. I
Slay the
mean,
princess.
man, you might as well just let me come in. Give me your bank account number too. God.
What?
So Slay the Prince. Well, matter of fact, hey Chris, you want to take this one because this was your article when you sent
now,
it to me.
now I'm gonna let you do it, man.
All right. So Slay the Princess is one of our favorite unexpected hits this year. It's a choose your own adventure style narrative game about a dutiful mission to, you guessed it, slay a princess. I'm too much of a blah 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 blah. Okay. So choose your own adventure type game. But according to the developers, it appears that they're okay with you pirating the game if money is an issue. And this kind of goes hand in hand with why I've you know at one point in my life, I was a retard too. But my good friend Cross showed me the light when it came to like things like piracy. because one of the things, and this kind of leads into the whole thing with the Tekken demo being cracked and everyone pretending to think that it's like going to be a big deal. But the thing with piracy is like the actual numbers of people pirating is not significant enough to hinder the success of a major release. Maybe maybe on a smaller scale, but I honestly don't believe that anymore either. And so, and this isn't the first time this has happened. I think one of the earlier games, I believe it was The Witcher, if I'm not
Witcher
mistaken.
3.
Which
Yep.
three?
Yeah, Witcher 3, where the devs, CD Project Red, they were like, hey, there's no DRM. Hey, if you want to pirate it, pirate it. Just if you enjoy it, come back and get it later. Because the thing that most people don't consider when they hear the word piracy, when they first hear it, they're just like thief, stop criminal scum, all that type of
Mhm.
shit. But they don't ever consider that there are some places in the world where you just can't buy the shit. There's no way to get it. It's impossible, or it is so ridiculously overpriced. You have to take down a car down payment to fucking buy a game, and you're not gonna do that. Just like
Well,
how some of those consoles are like like overblown prices. So the conversation of piracy is hardly ever taken seriously you know, in the masses, because a lot of these companies will prefer you to remain ignorant on what exactly it entails and exactly how effective it is in the AAA market. Because one of the biggest things I say, if piracy is so fucking bad, how the hell do we have how the hell is gaming a multi-billion-dollar industry?
Yeah,
Because these
gaming
people
would have
like,
died a long time ago. Piracy was far more rampant back in the day than it is today.
boy, yes, it was. I was
yeah.
one of the motherfuckers.
And so,
Uh,
and I'm just thinking to myself, like, how do you believe that? How did that? Okay, I say, how do you believe it's one of those things where it's like these two things can't possibly be true simultaneously. Piracy is like the biggest threat to gaming, and we have to impose DRM and blah 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 blah. Gaming has peaked over music, over movies. It's the most profitable multi-billion-dollar industry ever. And I'm like, hold on, man. Like, but they said piracy is so bad, we'll bankrupt these people to the point that they'll be living in their doghouse. They can't afford it because
hey, Josh, I'm sorry, son. We can't afford dinner tonight. Somebody pirated my game from way back in 1995.
somebody pirated by EA. What was it NBA 2K for the Dreamcast? There's no
So,
food tonight.
God dang it. You said 2K, no.
Man.
So let me get this straight. This company is saying pirate my game or download my game for free if you don't have the money.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that what they're
If
saying?
Yeah.
if money is an issue, pirate it and buy a copy later.
That is a terrible idea.
Why?
I'm
Why
Shit,
is it?
shit, it worked
Why
for
is it
CD
I'm
Projekt
terrible?
Red.
I'm just looking at it from like if I had a gaming company,
Hmm.
and I made a game, I put all my time, my hard work into this game,
Hmm.
and somebody just said, "Oh well, you know what? You put all that hard work into that game. Nope, I'm about to pirate. I'm finna get it from the pirate store over here.
Hmm.
If you want money for this game, fuck you. Don't no, no, I don't want to pay shit." And it's
Okay.
like,
Okay.
like from a developer standpoint, like I don't know, I don't like it. Like because like
Okay.
I said, I'm putting myself into a developer's shoes. Like if I were to start up a company and make this
Mhm.
game, like yeah, I would lose out on some money, of course, 100%.
You didn't lose out on any money
Yep.
How so?
because the person that was going to steal your game is going to steal your game.
Yep, regardless.
No matter what, like
And
They're going
then,
to
that
steal your
doesn't
game.
and then
change.
I hate to say thing. Me personally, because I used to do a lot of stuff, especially back in the PS2, the certain swap magic disc back in the
Yeah,
day.
I know, Chris. That's why I said what I said because I knew you knew what the fuck I was talking about.
Yep. And then the bad about it, most of those games that I did do that to, I bought them because it was like basically like me getting a demo. I was like, you know what? I like this game so fucking much. I'm gonna add this to the collection, put it on my shelf because this game's
See,
fucking
see,
tight.
and
Well,
here's the problem with that line of thinking, Hurt, because it assumes that the only people pirating are the only type of people that pirate are the people who are like, yeah, I don't buy anything ever anyway, so I'm just gonna steal this. Whereas, like I just said, piracy isn't. It's not just a one way path. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, for example, like, and right here in the title, it's like, hey, if money is an issue, you can pirate it, buy it later. Now,
No,
like Tevin said, no, hold on. Like Tevin said, like the people who are gonna steal your game were gonna steal it regardless. And there's nothing you can do to stop them. They were going to do it. Just like the people who are gonna buy your game were gonna buy it regardless. Nothing changes.
Yep.
Let's take a good pal K Moon over here. He's just like, look, this dude was like, every time I saw him way back in the day, this dude had his own ship. I thought he was Monkey D. Luffy. I was like, yo,
Yeah, right.
but I promise you, out of everybody in this room, no, nobody got as many games purchased as Young Sykes right
Yep.
now.
Well, wait.
Sure
This
Yeah,
dude,
do.
and I can't even get.
And he is
You like I
not.
can't
He
get
is
this tongue
not.
right over here.
He is not some exception. It's like, oh, well, he's
yeah,
just the exception. That's not true.
yeah,
That's what's
let's-
normal.
and see, like, okay, so like you said, whoever was going to steal it or had the idea to steal it is going
Mhm.
to steal it regardless.
Right.
But me as a developer, I'm not going to put it out there like, hey guys, pirate my game. If you don't have no money, like fuck that. You need to work some extra hours or something to get my
well,
game. You better do
see,
it, goddamn it.
the
Yeah. Hold
last,
Don't
on. Wait a minute.
don't
Wait. Wait.
don't
Wait. Wait.
don't
Wait. Wait.
don't
Wait.
don't steal
Oh,
my
sorry. Go
game.
ahead.
You know, I'm not with that.
Yeah. Look, no one wants their game to be stolen. Like people want their hard work and effort to be rewarded. That's why they say buy it when you can. What this message is saying is that the people who are going to steal my game are going to steal my game. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to the people who want to buy my game, but for some reason cannot buy it at this point. Go ahead and play the game when you can buy it. They have faith in their audience. The statement that you have is the statement that the mainstream has. They don't have faith in their audience.
Mm,
They don't have faith that the people will actually want to buy their game.
well,
They have to
my
be
thing,
forced into buying their game.
I still don't like the idea that they're putting it out there for somebody to pirate their stuff. I wouldn't even
well,
put that out there. I wouldn't even put that in the air
Do you think
because
that hold on, wait. I want to say that. Do you think that that hurts them?
yeah, because somebody can pirate the game and decide, well, fuck that. I don't want to buy your game. I already have it.
Yeah, but
You
they
know,
were
it's
going to do
like
that anyways.
that faith that you're talking about ain't always there. You
Yeah, I
know,
know. That's why it's called
it's
faith.
it's wishy washy.
Yeah, I
But
know. That's why it's called
I
faith.
wouldn't
It's
even.
not concrete. It's faith.
Yeah, exactly. But if it's not concrete, I wouldn't even put it in the air. You know, just to say, hey, well, pirate it and buy my game later. I wouldn't even put that in the air because that could be detrimental. You know, to my profit as a developer too.
Okay. Well, I have an example. There's, CD Project Red. I'm pretty sure I've said this to you, but I'll just say it anyways. Prior to Witcher 3, CD Project Red was not, I repeat, was not a billion-dollar company. Was not.
Yep.
All right. They were an
mm,
independent developer that bought the license for The Witcher from the author for about $9,000. No one played Witcher 1 except for nerds like me. Some people played Witcher 2 because it was on the Xbox 360. But even then, it was like, I would say, like the beginning of nerds, like when you're beginning into nerd shit, like Angry
mm,
Joe. Like he covered Witcher 2. And when he covered Witcher 2 way back in the day, most people still didn't give a shit. That was one of those games where he was covering like no one's talking about this game, right? All
mm,
right. When Witcher 3 was being developed, they were still at this point of no one gave a fuck about them really, you know?
Mm.
And they made the exact same, more than this actually, bigger than this. They not only said you can pirate the game, they said we don't care if you buy it. They were like, you can pirate the game. We don't care if you purchase it. Make sure you download all the patches though. That's what they said. And they outright said the Xbox, well, this is separate, but they were like, if you're gonna buy it, they said at least don't buy it on Xbox One. They said it's terrible. Like the Xbox One sucks. Like don't do that. Like so
And that
this
was
is the statement.
yeah,
All of these are apparently things that would hurt them, right? But the actual result of what happened is that they became a $1 billion company
off of one game.
off of
Yep,
Okay.
one game
one game,
from a
and
franchise that no
also
one gave a fuck about until that game. Then that game made that franchise of huge. Like so they made a more extreme statement than what this developer is saying, and they profited more than any of these game developers. They were one of they are the biggest independent game developer that has grown. Like they're as big as publishers.
Yep. CD Project
Mm,
Red.
So here's my thing. That's one company out of hundreds of
Oh, here we
companies.
go.
Here we go. Here
Here
we
we
go.
go. I got
That
so how many examples? See, then this
is
is the thing.
that.
I have to
Well,
bring a million examples. It's like,
no.
but you don't have one.
Here's the thing. It's like you're talking about the one exception.
It's not an exception though.
No, yeah,
It's
it's not a
like how many companies do you know that are telling people to pirate their game?
Two.
It's not that many.
Hold on, two, but that's not an exception.
It
That,
is.
no, because that's one out of two. That's half. You're saying that that's the exception
It's
of people. Hold on. You're saying that that's the exception, but to make it an exception, it would have to be a bunch of people saying pirate our game, and then the majority of them failing and one succeeding. That's what would make it an exception,
no my exception is that nobody's doing that because it
right?
can be detrimental to their profit as a game. That's not something that every company. You think every company should do this?
Yeah, I
Like,
do.
hey, pirate our game
Yes,
and buy a copy later.
yeah, I
You
yes,
agree.
think that?
I
Do you
do.
think? Do you think from like a business perspective that you would make a great profit doing that?
Yes, I would, because let me tell you why. Because that would make it so that you will have to make sure that that game is good. Not every game would succeed on that model because some games are shit, and they shit on their fans so hard that they don't have any customer fucking faith. But yes, I do think that the majority of companies should do that. But the thing is, to go back to what you're saying, it's like, yeah, the majority of companies don't do that, and look at them. They're not like they're trending downwards. They're not doing as well.
Okay,
But
but there's
but
still
but but hold on. But CD Projekt Red went from being a small indie developer with what they did, and they exploded. And you're not saying that like they should at least try that? That no one else should try that? That was just a fluke.
I mean, you can like whatever you want to do with your business, you can do. If you want to try it, that to me, there's a risk in doing it.
Yeah,
Like,
of
yeah, you
course.
can blow up like CD Project Red, but you can also kill yourself if everybody decides to pirate it instead of buying your shit.
But that's not what happens.
I mean,
That's not actually what happens though.
Well, we've
I
already
mean,
Can you give me an example of that where a game died because everyone just pirated it?
yeah, everyone.
I don't have any offhand, but I'll have to research it.
It doesn't
Yeah,
exist.
yeah. Please research it because
Yeah,
you
I
won't.
have to research it.
Yeah, because like the thing
Games
is
die
that
because of their quality. Games die because people don't know about them. They do not die because of piracy.
yeah,
That's
I was gonna say with the whole Witcher 3 thing is like because they said that they actually kind of gained them like
they got more, dude. They got more support.
yeah
They got like
they
it's
got
like it didn't bolstered
that
them.
was free
People
advertisement. That was
right.
literally free
Like
advertisement.
people people buy games because they want to buy games. If someone does not want to buy a game, it doesn't matter if they have all the money in the world or if they have 0 cents. They are not going to buy your game. And then there are people in between where they want to buy your game, but there's some barrier there. Gabe Newell talked. This is the reason why Steam fucking exists and succeeds. It's because
Mhm.
he said exactly what the hell I'm saying right now back in 2000 fucking what 8 or whatever. And he said the only reason why people pirate is because in piracy you get a better service and what you want out of actually doing it the right way. And if there was a way for you to do it the right way, but the service was good, then people would just do it the right way because they want to buy the game.
Yeah, because they want to see it succeed so they can get more of this.
Or they
And
want
But
surprise,
to.
surprise, Valve went from being a good company, it was not some small company, it was doing good, to they're so big they don't even make video games anymore.
they don't have to.
So you basically saying that gamers get a better experience pirating games.
Oh, for
Yes, yes,
sure.
Is that what
I
you're
got a
saying?
perfect example of
100,
that. I got a perfect example.
100%.
So here's my thing. Like, so if a game is shitty, the game is shitty.
Yeah.
Like, they don't mean you can pirate it and just turn it into what
No,
you
I'm
want it to
not
be.
saying now you're making a morality argument.
Well,
I'm not saying that.
no, no. I'm just talking about this. Like, if you pirate my game, you're stealing from me. No, like
Yeah.
no matter if like you buy a pirate version, you buy all the mods, you do this, and you make the game 10 times better than what I could ever make it. You're still stealing my product
You mean
at
like
the end of the
Skyrim?
day. No matter what kind of way you make it better, you know,
Okay, but I'm not
you're still
saying that
stealing.
that's not okay. Hold on, but you're making a different argument. Okay,
And what
let's say it is stealing, and I'm not saying that.
you're taking away from the developer. You're
But
taking money away from the developer by not buying it. Like,
no, because
if
the
if,
person
if
who wanted to buy that game didn't have that. You're not entitled to someone's money, like just because you made a product.
what?
You ha- you are
No
yes,
way.
you're
No way.
right. If I
That's
buy look,
crazy.
hold on, no, it's not. If I
That's
make
crazy.
hold on, and let me explain it to you. If I make a manga, a book, video game, whatever, it doesn't matter. You are not just by the mere fact that I made the product, you are not actually entitled to my money. They have to give you the money and buy it. Like I don't it's not like, oh well, I made this product so I deserve $50. No, that's not how the market works. You have to make something that actually convinces that guy to give you the money. You are not entitled to his fucking money. He's entitled to his money. And when he wants to give you that money to like he's not entitled to your object. He's not entitled to your object. And you're not entitled to his money. It's only once you guys make the trade that you guys are entitled. Now he's entitled to his thing he bought from you, and you're entitled to his money because now he has given it to you. Right? But you are not, just by the mere fact that you made the item, entitled to his fucking money. So you have to sell him on your item. You have to sell him on it. You don't just get his money for free just because you made something.
So I disagree with you, because if I make a product, right? If I make a product and some Joe Smo pirated and he wanted to play that game some kind of way,
Hmm.
you know, he not just getting that game just because he actually liked the shit that I made.
Okay, yeah.
He's like, okay, well, okay, I like the shit you made, but
Well,
fuck
I
you,
mean,
fuck you, I'm not
I'm
finna pay
slightly
you.
disagree on that statement
It's
only
like
because
it's like if I make a product for sale that I want to make a profit out of,
Right.
and somebody goes out and steals that product, hey, it it's like my profit is gone.
No, it's
It's
not.
absolutely gone.
no, I
Because
was
No.
gonna say, I
that
was gonna say
person
real
pirating my
quick.
product obviously likes my product.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Right.
but no, I was gonna
Let's
say,
say
but
he
It's like
does. Hold on.
he's
okay.
already sold on the product.
Right. Let's say that he is. Let's say that he you're right.
Exactly,
He pirated
exactly.
he pirated your stuff. He loves it. He had no intention of purchasing it. He loved this shit. He like, dude, and that's what I want to do. You never had his money.
Yeah, I mean, I was
It
gonna add
was
that
your
Well,
loss.
it's stealing.
well, hold
Yeah,
on.
of
Here's
course
the
Okay,
I
but
don't
thing.
have.
hold on,
I don't. I
wait.
don't.
I
I
want
don't.
to
I don't have it. I don't have his money
No,
because he stole my product.
right,
no,
but
wait,
when
no, wait,
did
but
you?
here's the thing. No, wait. Can I say something real quick? It's his thing.
Yeah.
How do I know I like your product if I never tried it? Like you can't get something out of me if I never think like, I'm just gonna take a gamble on this completely brand new IP and just give them some money. Like out of nowhere, like, okay, oh man, I'm gonna go up and try this. I'm gonna get this like Billy Jones saying, there's no it's barely in demos anymore in any damn thing. So it's
Well,
like
I could tell you, there's GameFly, There's reviews.
Oh, boo! No review.
Hold
No,
on,
bro.
hold
Are you
on, hold
serious?
on.
We gonna review people shit down, bro.
Hey,
Hold on,
there's
wait.
there's
Hey,
Redbox.
we gonna
You
listen.
can
We
rent
gonna
it.
listen to
And back in the
IGN.
day, hey,
We gonna
back in
listen
the
to
day, we used to
IGN.
have Blockbuster.
So
We
it's
got
still a
Blockbuster no
Ain't
more.
no more blockbusters. Ain't no more blockbusters no
You
more.
got
Hold on, wait.
reviews. You got
Reviews,
YouTube.
reviews,
You got
reviews,
you got
reviews are
so many things to make an informative decision.
no man, because reviews are so unreliable. People will lie to you real quick. Oh man, Last of Us 2, 10 out of 10 game. No problems with it, boy. Oh man, great game, guys. God of War. Oh man, freaking awesome.
Well,
It's
okay.
like
And me personally, I watch multiple reviews to
I
kind
watch
of,
most reviews too, but some people still gonna lie
Hold
to you.
on. That's like what you're saying, Chris, is valid, but that's not really like my thing. My thing is like you're saying that you lost something. I want to know, what did you lose? You lost that guy's sale? Is that what you're saying?
lost money from my product.
Yeah, from him, from that guy who pirated you. You lost his
Yeah.
sale, but he didn't have a sale to give you. He wasn't going to give it to you.
Well, he did, but he didn't give it to me. You're
No,
right.
he didn't. No,
He
he didn't.
didn't. He
He
was supposed to.
didn't.
He was supposed to buy it, but
Yes,
he
but
didn't.
he
So he
wouldn't have
stole it.
given he wouldn't have gave it to you anyways. So you
I mean,
didn't
that's
lose anything.
no, I did because
What did you lose?
if he would have bought that product, I would have had that
But
money,
he
right?
would have not bought it.
he was
That's what
never
I'm
going to
trying to
buy it
get
in
you
the
to
first place.
understand.
He,
He
no, so he didn't buy it, right? He pirated
he
it. So
didn't
he
buy it. He
stole
bought it.
he stole potential money that I could have had.
Ah, there we go. It's not potential money because he would have
It,
never bought it.
it
Potential,
okay,
potential.
Potential
like
says potential means he would have bought it, right?
like you said, like if somebody's gonna steal it, they gonna steal it.
Right.
But here's the thing: I'm not gonna put it out there to pirate
That's
my game.
fine. You don't have to.
You know,
I'm like that. I'm not saying you have to. Like, okay, fine. You don't have to. I'm not saying that's even wrong that you don't want to tell people to go and pirate your game. That's fine. Fine. My whole thing though is this idea of losing potential sales. It's like it's this thing of, well, I made this thing and you took from me what was entitled to me, your money. But it's like, well, this person never would have given you your money. So you are counting a sale that does not exist. Now, hold on. If we're talking about a physical item and a digital item, now then maybe I could actually agree with you. If you are talking about an Apple, or let's just say a video game in a store and someone took the disc, the box, all this stuff, that now you have lost
it's the
because
same
that,
thing.
no, it's not. Let me tell
It
you why
is.
it's not. No, it's not. Because that box, what that does is when I take that box of Madden 2000 fucking 20, okay, and there's only 20 boxes in that fucking store, and I take one, now there's only 19. When Josh goes in to buy the 20th copy, he no longer has that ability to buy that 20th copy. It is gone. I stole that from Josh. I didn't just steal that from fucking EA. I stole that from Josh. But when it is a digital item and I take that digital item, what? Josh doesn't have to buy, he can't buy that digital item anymore? The cost in printing the disc and the box and all that stuff is stolen from you when I steal something from the from some hard drive somewhere. What? You pay the cost of that? You have to reprint another what, digital copy of copy paste? How is that the same?
So a digital game is still a game.
Oh
It's
my
like
god.
you're talking like it don't exist at all.
No, I
If
didn't
you
say that.
if I well, that's what it seemed like though.
No, but
It's
did
like
anybody else,
it
hold on, wait a minute. Did anybody else get
Uh,
that
I
though?
said
No,
that's what it
I
seemed
get that.
like.
I
Well,
mean,
that's what you
But
got it as, but
no,
everybody else
no.
doesn't understand it as
Here's the
that.
thing. I'm listening to you. You said okay, if like somebody had a physical thing,
Hmm.
there's only 20 of that physical thing,
Right.
right?
mhm.
And the 20th thing, once the 20th thing it runs out, there's no more of that. All right,
Okay.
I get
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Digital items are endlessly printable, so you can print it for forever. It's still there. You still got to download it. It's still a thing. It's still
Yeah.
a product, even
Yeah, I
though it's in
agree with
digital
you.
space.
I agree. I
It's
never
like
said it wasn't.
you can't, even though it's not a disc or it's not a case, it's
Yeah,
still a thing, and it's
we
still
agree on
something to
that.
make a profit off of.
Okay, we agree on that. I didn't say it wasn't a thing. I said one was a thing that doesn't cost you money when someone steals it because there's not a physical item that is now gone that has to be physically replaced with cost. That's what I said. I did not say that the digital item was not a thing. I'm saying that when that out of 20 items, let's just say when the 19th one is gone, when the 20th customer comes to buy that 20th item, it is physically not there to purchase. Okay, that would not be true for a digital item. That so and then for you to make that available for that 20th customer, you have to print another box, you have to print another disc, you have to spend money so that Josh has the opportunity to purchase the fucking item. Because I took that from Josh and I took that from you. But when I steal, let's just say that I steal a digital copy of whatever, right? I don't know, Madden 2023.
Yeah,
Okay,
man. Yeah, of course,
I,
game.
I, I like Josh has the ability to steal, but I didn't take that opportunity from Josh to buy that game, and I didn't take your opportunity to sell it to him.
Yes, you did.
Oh, cow.
It's like me. It's like me. If I had if I sold an ebook online, like or a digital workout program online,
Okay.
if everybody named Mama just takes that program and distributes it out to the internet, I lose out because now it's out in the world for free. So the thing that I work hard on, my workout program, my ebook, gets stolen. Where's my profit? I
Hold on,
mean,
but
of course,
how? Wait, you didn't answer my question though. How does that take that? How does that take Josh's ability away to buy that
Yeah.
ebook from you?
We're talking about one person. Like, don't turn it into like, oh,
You,
if everyone pirates, like, okay, that scenario. I'm talking about if it's just me. I'm walking to my
because
PlayStation
I
and I'm
gave you a
typing in
very
my code.
specific example.
Yeah.
And I said, how does that? Because I said this literally takes away Josh's ability to purchase this thing from this person. A digital item does it. You say yes, it does. I said how? You said, well, if everyone pirates it, I lose profit. That's not an answer to what I said. How does that take away Josh's ability to give you money for it?
okay. So repeat the question one more time, just so I can understand what you're saying.
Yes, I'm saying that with a physical item, if they are limited, when one gets taken, it removes someone else's ability to purchase that item because it is physically gone. But when a digital item is taken, it is not gone. Let's say if that person was Josh, the person who's going to go buy this item, Josh can still go purchase that digital item even though I took it. And you said that, so I said, so how does it, so you were like, well, it does take away Josh's ability to purchase that digital item. And I said, how so? And you said, well, if everyone pirates it, then it's everywhere and I lose a profit. But that doesn't take away Josh's ability to buy that from you.
So me, I'm talking about like the profit. You're taking money away from me if like a specific person pirates that game.
Well,
That's
we're
what
not
I'm
talking about
saying.
we're talking about the ability to obtain the item because what okay, ultimately it doesn't. The item is still there
It
and it's
doesn't,
available for
right?
purchase. I can still
Yes.
purchase it. There's
Jeez.
no him somebody pirating a game doesn't not allow someone else to purchase the said game. And the way this ties back in the whole the examples with Slay the Queen or Slay the Princess and CD Project Red, despite piracy being on the table, they made their profit back. And when it comes to
More.
digital, yeah,
More
yeah,
than
they,
just
they
made
made
their
more.
profit back.
They became $1 billion company off of one game, and that's after they said like, hey man, you can pirate it, this whatever. We just want people to play the game. And I understand like Herb, where you're coming from is like, look, I worked hard for this shit. I don't
Yeah,
want
of
people to steal
course.
my shit. We're not saying that's fair for anyone to do, but when it comes to gaming specifically, the threat of piracy has been over exaggerated to such a degree that people truly believe that piracy is so rampant. The amount of people who even know how to pirate a game
It's very small.
is
It's
like,
it's small, and
Very
and
small.
and it's like, and on the flip side of that, the amount of people who don't know how to pirate a game don't know anything about the actual details of how all this piracy shit works. They don't know the culture. They don't know like how it actually affects game developers and any of this stuff. A lot of things that pirates end up doing, game developers put into their game to make their game better. It's like,
yeah,
oh man, we bought this thing that like look at the example with fucking Dark Souls on PC for games for
mhm,
Windows Live when not just Dark Souls, every games for Windows Live fucking game.
yep,
Well, who came up with how to unbreak that shit when Windows decided that they didn't want to support games for Windows Live anymore? You just couldn't play these fucking games. It was these
some
so-called
crackers,
fucking, yeah, it was crackers
super
that did this.
villains.
And then when they want to resell that game later on, oh shit, we can't resell games for Windows Live version because it's fucking broken. Oh, let's just use this unofficial shit and then say we did it. When you can look at the code and see it's the exact fucking same.
Mm.
Yeah, what's the name of that game? Lost Planet 2. Still
Oh my
can't
god.
play that shit online. Like, and it took a while before they took it down, because that's one of those games that are trapped in the
Yep.
Game for Windows Live abyss.
Yep.
That's a game I paid money for. I gave them money. I
Hmm.
would have been better off pirating the shit
Yep.
because the shit don't
And
work.
that's what I was saying
Like,
when we were going back to where you were like, what I was saying, yes, you get a better experience. You don't get a better experience because of mods and all this stuff. You can get that by buying the game. You literally get a better experience because of that mindset of, well, I don't want anyone to pirate my game, so I'm going to make the experience for the actual purchasing person worse because I'm going to put in all of this stuff that slows the game down, that makes the game like harder. You got to
Like
download this
Assassin's
big
Creed,
ass file,
like Assassin's
you
Creed
know.
Odyssey.
Yeah,
yep.
like it just makes the game worse. It collects all this data. It does all this shit to you. Whereas if you just pirated the game, base game, you didn't do shit to it. You just load up and play it.
Well,
Easy.
that's just shitty game development.
Yeah, but that
You
just so
know,
happens to be.
shitty, shitty, shitty game development. You
Oh,
know,
but that's the
it's
majority of the stuff that's going on,
The
Parker.
industry.
That's the industry. That's not just one or two developers. That's
yeah.
almost everyone that has that line of thinking. That's all of them. Like, so you say it's
I like
just shitty game developers, but that's not, honestly, that's not true. That,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is just mandated, and like it wouldn't be like, hold on, let me go up. I think Billy Donut said it earlier. Piracy has become much more defensible in a world that lacks demos and information about games in general. The thing they won't tell you about games, DRM. People got, and most people don't even know what it is. And when they do find out about it, it's too late. I think it happened in Resident Evil 8 Village, I believe,
oh yeah,
where
with
where
Denuvo,
yeah, the
yeah,
new one. Shit
and
was
it
thrown at my PC like a motherfucker, boy.
yeah.
what's that the other zombie game, the one I didn't want to buy because of the
Back for Blood.
yeah, and it's like all this stuff the average end user doesn't know what any of that shit on their computer's doing, and when their computer starts to sound like a fucking super saiyan and it blows
Even though
up,
they have a good computer.
yeah,
And it's
it's
like
up.
they're confused. They're like, why is this not running right? Blah blah blah. It's that mindset. It's that mindset because but then they're always this is the greatest thing when someone's new to piracy or anything like that and they download this game and they think it's gonna run like shit because they bought it already. And that's the first thing they test. Games they already fucking got. They're like, okay, let me try this. And it just runs.
It
They
works.
just click on it and it just works. Their mind is blown. They literally can't believe it. They don't understand what is happening. They're
You ain't
like,
got hell, you
what?
ain't got to sign up for no EA shit. You ain't got to
Yeah,
sign up for like all these other different
Yeah,
like
I don't have to like
rompers and shit. Like,
sign all these EULA agreements. I don't have to like sit for 30 minutes and clicking through 20 pages of lawyer speak just to get to the. I just want to play the game.
yep,
But they're gonna hide all this shit that they're really doing to your computer in the background when you could just pirate it and just enjoy it.
and hell, then
And
not
it's
even on
like,
computer, even on consoles, like with PlayStation. Look what they do every time you buy a digital game. You buy a digital game, guess what? You technically don't own the shit.
and,
yeah,
You
and
technically just renting.
yeah. The Nuvo's on all like see on consoles. Oh my god, it's like it's even worse because at least for them, well, it's worse and better depending on what console we're talking about and depending how back we're going, right? Because
mhm.
it's like if we're talking about the Switch. you're pretty good. I'm gonna be honest. Like, you know, if you bought your games physically and like, you know, you're decent. Even though because the game's not running well is legitimately because the hardware is not very
Yep.
good. Like
Yes.
it's not because
Yep. I
someone's
love my
going in
system,
and
boy.
trying to like fuck with
Yeah.
you. It's like, well, that's just the way the game is. Like, you
Yeah.
know,
Switch is 8 years old. What you expect?
yeah, right?
Yep.
Damn, that's crazy.
And she is like, goddamn. Shit.
but
I feel old
but
now. Fine.
You
but
are old.
they're adding the nouveau and all this stuff to single player games. They want to be able to constantly make sure that you're online. It becomes more about you're purchasing something and doing it the right way for them to continually fuck with you, and that's the norm.
Now, Herbert, like the the ideal world of the gaming industry that you're describing would make sense if every other company wasn't trying to do some malicious shit to screw over the end user. But
Mm.
just like Tevin said, unfortunately, the reality of the current game industry is that you could pay them all the money in the world, you're still getting a subpar experience than rather just pirating, and that's what justifies pirating to so many people because it's like I just want to play the game. I just want to play the game. How come every time I boot this game up, I have to download a patch, or this game isn't
Mhm.
even complete yet? They'll take my money, no problem. Cyberpunk. Yeah, ironically, it's
Mhm.
funny how CD Project
Yep.
Red, once they become a billion-dollar company, they end up just like the rest of these companies who fuck people over trying to make
And
more
you know
money.
why? You know why? Because they made a game that they could not sell on goodwill. They couldn't do it. Oh shit, this game would fuck us. Just like so with her, like to go back to your question and answer that again, where you're like, should every company do this? Me personally, yeah. Why? Because the companies that should fail would fail because they would make a product that fucking sucks, and that would be the end of them. They would have to really think carefully. See, with Witcher 3, they were confident. They said, "Oh yeah, we know this game is fucking good. We know it's
Yeah,
good. You're gonna buy it. Like
we put our
you're
whole ass
gonna
foot
buy it.
into this game.
You're going to like, but it was only after oh fuck we made some really fucked up shit here. And you know, and
Uh,
also
Oh, how the
changing
mighty have
changing
fallen.
of people and stuff too. So it's like yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
they became corporatized, and they are literally no different from EA. Pushing
yeah.
shit out before it's ready, making promises about stuff they have no, and the crunch, taking advantage of all their workers, putting some shit out that they would take money for that they knew wasn't gonna work, lying and saying that it was gonna work. Oh yeah, it runs just fine on the PS4 and Xbox One. Why wouldn't it? Damn, this game is literally unplayable. Tyrell, he spent God knows how much on the super ultra edition of Cyberpunk
The PS4 edition.
PS4
Oh,
version.
couldn't
Never
even
Oh
played the
play
my
that
game.
shit.
god.
Couldn't
Oh
even
my
play that
god, I
shit for
forgot about the
nothing.
fucking PlayStation 4 version of that
And Herbert,
game.
Herbert, that game is unfucking playable.
so I so
And
I
people were
told
blowing people's smoke up people's asses with reviews and
The
shit like,
people,
oh
yep,
well,
the
Yeah,
before
review,
that
young
game
yeah.
was coming
You young
out.
yeah. That's what I say.
yep.
so
Young yeah. That man.
so I think I was talked to
Uh,
Josh about this on another stream, but I used to work for a game company, of course, and when Cyberpunk came out, we had to sell it to people, and they were like, "Man, is this a good game?" And I just had to tell them straight up, "Man, like, man, it's a lot of glitches. It's not working. It's like you might have to wait, for some patches or something for it to come, before it comes out." And then, a lot of people like had to bring the game back and get refunds. It was like a terrible experience for a lot of people.
yeah, for the people working there and for the people buying the game,
Yeah.
I bet your manager was like, "You better fucking sell these games.
You
We
better
got
lie
it."
to these people.
And
Better
you
tell this
know,
game work.
and you know the thing is that I'm sure a lot of people refunded the game and got their refund, right? But how many do you think that even 50% did that? I don't think so. I
Yeah.
think that probably high 40s. But I think that a lot of people just said, fuck it. I'm never dealing with this fucking company ever again. Fuck them.
Tyrell.
Tyrell.
They
Tyrell.
didn't they
Yeah.
didn't do no refund because the effort of going through a fucking refund is more. And when you're disappointed, you're just like, ah, fuck it.
Not
You gotta be
Yeah.
real pissed off.
You got
not
you
to
Be
got you
like,
got
mention
fuck
your
you.
inability to get a refund for digital games.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
certain
you
like
know,
platforms.
and
Yep.
yeah, kind of just reminded me something too. If you do want to try a game, buy it used at GameStop or whatever. You got a couple of days to try it out, see if you like it. If
They
not,
want to
you get
take
a
that
full
away from
refund.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
You get a
I
mean,
full
used to do
refund.
that too. I stayed doing that shit. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be like
do it
going
for
there
now.
like. What
But
was it like? No, I did that recently. Like, this is like no, this is one time I did it kind of recently. I bought Mac and Joe for the Switch. I was like, oh, Mac and Joe's coming back. I'm gonna go give it a try. Try the game. The game was shit. I was like, yeah, yeah, the game's not working. Can I get my money back?
yeah,
Yeah, man, you
so
got you.
so I agree with you guys 100%. The gaming industry is very shitty, and a lot of shitty games are coming out. But I don't think it justifies piracy. Um,
You don't think it
I think
justifies
I
piracy
think
yet?
I think I think that if a company's shitty, if the game is terrible, if they continue this trend of like, making all this terrible stuff, just don't support them. You know.
Shit.
But
Explain
but
Only
the
EA.
thing is,
Explain
but the thing
EA.
is, but the thing that's the thing I was about to say. Like these companies are coming out with terrible games and people are still supporting.
Yeah,
Like
because no, because
the
you
the,
hate to
the
say
Maddens,
because you got to
the
think about it
Maddens
though.
and the Call of Duties and
I mean, I was
you
gonna say
know
you got to think about it. Herbie knows mostly buying these games.
mostly.
Freaking parents for their little ass kids. They don't even go like most of these people. I just want my kid to shut the hell up and go off in the corner, go play somewhere where I can watch my dang soap opera, so
you,
watch the dang football game.
Look,
Herb, the ideal future that I think we can all agree that we want is one where piracy seems what the day piracy becomes more effort than it is to just buy and play a game, we will truly reach that piece to where it's like why would I pirate this game when the industry is so well balanced to where every game that I purchase is mine. I don't have to worry about it being
And
fucked up
quality.
through some EULA, or the quality is good. Everything is a good game to where now literally the only people who want to pirate would have been the one that 1% of actual thieves who have the little raccoon mask on and still
I dude, like
So
piracy is
so I,
not this big boogeyman that people make it out to be. It is really not a threat. You
it's more
gain
I
more from
helpful than
you
it is
gain more you
harmful.
exactly. You gain more from piracy than you ever are hurt from it.
I think
Unless people are stealing physically from you, then that's completely different.
me
Yeah.
personally, I think piracy is going to go up in the next couple of
Of
years.
course it is.
Uh, because
Yeah.
more people are getting into PC gaming. It used to be, well, in our circles,
Mm.
we usually just had, motherfucker had a PS4 or a PlayStation or Xbox.
Mm.
That's what you had.
All right.
But
Say
now,
what you talking about?
but
You put
now,
that on consoles. What you talking about?
but now it's like people are getting into like PCs and starting to wake up and say, okay, this is the way to go. I think at one point they had they're trying to start doing PC tournaments. So I think PCs are going to be on the rise in the next couple of years.
Well, PC is going to be on the rise and piracy is going to be on the rise, but for the reason, but those things don't correlate.
Yeah.
Because
That's yeah.
Mr. Sykes is trying to tell you, he was a gigantic pirate because piracy was not hard on consoles, and it was very. I mean, well, you and John made a good living off of that, didn't you? They actually they actually went across the line that I actually think is going too far, where
No, we didn't sell
they're
it. I probably again. I didn't sell them. The only thing I sold was other things in high school.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, 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 all right. I remember that. I remember that. Okay,
Not
okay, all
we
right,
didn't
all
sell
right.
games. We sold
No,
other
look,
because I
You
look,
was
look,
sold
Carter.
you sold candy bars and potato
yes, I
chips.
sold candy in school.
Okay,
I need some
Yes.
money. My mom wanted me to get no job, and I wanted to buy
okay,
video games. I
And
said,
some
okay,
by
soda.
any means,
okay.
I said, by
Look,
any
Herbert.
means necessary. Damn it.
I'll tell you where my line is when it comes to piracy. Okay, I mean like physical items. I already said like that there, but let's just use young Sykes as an example. He takes that game. He says, "Hey, I'm gonna pirate this game for myself." I don't think there's anything wrong with that. He says that I'm going to take that game and I'm going to take that pirated game and I'm going to share it with a friend. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. What I think is wrong is when he puts a price tag on that pirated game and says, I'm going to sell it to the person who would have bought it. Then you're actually taking away sales from
Yeah,
them.
and I agree with him too, because like
Because
I never
then
did.
that person would have actually bought it. They would have bought it. Now you're actually competing.
And
Someone's making a competition with your own product with you.
yep.
That's completely fucking different. You
Yep,
have to
yep.
understand like the mindset of people who want to buy things. They don't buy it because, oh well, just because like it's free over here and it's not free over here. They want to buy it because there's something that goes along with buying stuff. Why are people paying for an inferior version of things all the fucking time? It's because they like the feeling of buying something that supports someone. Oh man, they like being associated with it. Oh man, I'm a fan of fucking Persona. So they go and buy the collector's edition and all this stuff.
Yep.
They're not just simply buying it just because like it's just mechanical response.
Yeah,
They're like
Yep.
they're buying it because they like buying it.
yeah,
You
they're
know,
Yeah, they
fans.
want they
yeah,
want to see it thrive, even if it's something bad like Ninja Gaiden, just to
yeah,
get a demo
Oh my
for Dead or
god,
Alive
Ninja
5.
got it for the
yeah,
fucking Wii U. Stop!
yeah. It's
No, wait,
How,
like
how,
no, wait, no, wait, no, wait. The Wii U had the superior version. The PS3 was the inferior version.
oh man, I'm just like to get the demo for Dead or Alive 5. This is years ago. They were like, "Hey," and this was like Tomonobu left, and I was like, "Dead or Alive is dead." And then they were like, "Hey, Dead or Alive 5 demo." I was like, "What do I gotta do? All you gotta do is pay us like $200 for this shitty Ninja Gaiden game that you already know you don't like because you saw it and you're like, this looks like trash."
Oh, they got
Uh,
your ass.
But
They
but
got the
you
fuck
get
out
this
your ass.
demo. It was a Tekken 8 demo, full playable characters. One stage. Come on, man. Come on now. And I gave them folks $200. And
Oh
then
my god.
later that day, Cross was like, "Hey man, I got the demo for free." And do you know how hard? You want to know how
I'm
hard?
a dirty pirate, dude. Oh my god, I'm stealing from
Yep.
while
Like I ain't
looking
gonna
at my
pay you.
collector's edition of Dead or Alive 5. Oh my god, I am stealing from the developers. That
dude.
that that demo
Do
that
you
was
know how fucked up my mindset was? Because on one, that was when the crack started happening. The crack in the matrix where it's like, Josh, that was $200, and you don't like this game. You
Oh,
don't
you
even
knew I
want
was
it.
there. I remember you hit your
I
own
knew
place.
I
One
didn't.
game
I
and
knew
shit.
I wasn't
You
gonna like that game because I saw you do that fucking stupid boss fight against the fucking
know
T-Rex,
that fucking
and
bird, bro. Every time that
I
bird
was
come out of
like,
nowhere, it's
I was like,
flying.
okay, this is fucking shit. All right, I'm good. I will just wait a week. And back then, the support for shit wasn't that like what do you call it? It wasn't like it was like just super easy to find. Like,
Yeah, because like it was a demo for the 360, and you got
yep,
a code for the 360, and I'm like,
yep,
that's all it was. It was just a code. Wait
yep,
3 hours, you would have got the thing you actually wanted, but
yep,
you paid 200, and they took your money, and they knew this game was trash.
You
yep.
knew
Everyone knew it.
they gave us so
Tomonobu wasn't in
much.
there, and Ninja, Team
And they
Ninja
talking
was
about
like,
his fucking feelings and shit. Like, come on, man.
Yep.
Like, and that was back then when I was less critical of shit. I was less critical than I am today. But even then, I was like, we never talked about
Terrible.
Ryu's feelings.
"Yep."
Man was
What
sad.
are we talking
No,
about?
you don't understand, dude. Like I went to, I was over at Josh's place. I said, all right,
Statue and
man.
everything.
I was like, he said, hey man, this got 3 out. He said, yeah, and I said, damn dog, what the fuck you mean? In? And I said, go ahead. He said, Josh, like, Chris, you want to play it? Yeah, I play it. I played it for like 30 minutes. I said, dude, where's all the other weapons at? There ain't no other weapons.
What other
Terrible.
weapons?
I'm like, what?
And
Oh,
you know what I
yeah.
did with that? That the way I had to like got over it. I just gave it to Big Mike. I was like, you know what, Big Mike, here you
Hey,
can
hey,
have the
hey, hey,
game, you
hey,
can have the
hey,
statue, the box, take it.
hey, Josh. Hey,
Hey,
Josh.
used game sales hurt developers too, because
Yep.
that's a sale
Yep.
that they would have
Yep. They're trying to
gotten.
get rid of
And
that
they
shit.
didn't get that sale.
The whole thing trying to get rid of that
They were
shit.
supposed to get that sale, and they didn't get it. The used game store got it, and that is unfair. That is
Hmm.
unfair.
And
Yeah,
you
Herbert.
work
Yeah,
We
for
no,
don't
these
like
people.
that.
Herbert, I'm
You
dead
work
serious.
for these
Mm,
people,
mm,
Herbert.
mm,
How dare
mm.
you?
We
I'm
don't
dead
like
serious, dude, 'cause,
that.
like,
That was Big Mike was supposed to buy that Ninja Gaiden 3, Josh, and you just gave it to him for free.
hey,
Oh
hold on,
my
wait, I gotta say something real quick.
god!
I gotta say something real quick. Hey, Josh, I bet you, I mean, here's something I bet you wish you had a demo for, and you gave it
What?
to me on 360.
Uh,
Starts with an R, ends with a 6.
Nah, bro, I'm good. I'm
Look at
good,
Resident Evil 6.
man.
Oh,
That man
yeah.
was
Hey,
so y'all had to see
hey,
that. That man was
Herbert,
so
Yeah.
heartbroken,
I
dude.
I have been abused by this industry for long enough. If
No,
I want to
no, yeah.
crack a
That man
Tekken
was
8
Hey,
demo,
saying,
I'm
dude.
gonna crack a Tekken
see,
8 demo. So nah, bro.
see,
Mm-mm.
this is like the villain story. This is like Josh's villain story right here,
Yeah.
being told.
Nah, I'm the hero. I'm the
Man, we
good
are
guy. 'Cause
we are we are
we've
we
been
are fucking
tricked into
Batman.
thinking.
We are
Yeah,
Batman,
I'm
and you
Robin
everyone has
Hood,
are
been
nigga.
tricked into
I'm
thinking
Robin
that we're
Hood.
the bad guy. Oh, vigilante justice is the real justice.
Batman should go outside and fight people in the daylight, and he should tell us about his underground bat cave, and he should let us know about everything. And
So we can tax
he
them.
needs a license so
Karug,
that
you
he
know
can beat
understand.
up fucking criminals in the darkness. Well, not in the darkness. That's scary. It's like, man, bro.
Karug, you don't understand.
There's a
He had to
reason
be that
why
damn
heroes
bitch
like
so quick.
Come
He
there's
had
a
to
on,
be
reason
that
man.
why
bitch so
heroes
quick.
like Batman are popular. Who do the shit on their own. They're like, dude, the system is fucked. You guys think this shit's work? It does not. You
Nah,
have
it's
so many more victims this
they
way.
they don't even think it works. They know it sucks, but they still defend it.
Fervently.
Yeah, it's
Like,
like they know it's no one says the industry is good. Ain't not
Yeah,
one person you can talk to that plays video games that's gonna say, yeah, the industry is good, even if they're a Zoomer and they never even grew up in the good industry. They
when
still
it
know it
was good.
sucks. Yeah, they still know it sucks. They're like, yeah, this sucks, but you know what? Their mind said, what can I do about it? It sucks, man. It's like,
don't support them.
yeah, but the thing is that you're right. Like, don't support them. But the thing is that okay, this is why that's not so clear cut. It's like there are some games that are just bad, and they're bad, right? And that's
Hmm.
it. That's the end of the fucking story. They suck. You don't want to play a bad game. No one wants that. You don't want that. Okay, cool. Where the conundrum is when it's like, oh man, Persona 6 is coming out. Whoopee. I can't wait to play this game. Oh, the game, let's say the game is critically acclaimed. It's good. You think it's good. You
10
think
out of
it's
10.
good. 10 out of fucking 10. You want this fucking game. It's gonna be so sick. But because that game has fucking de novo and a bunch of bullshit, for some reason it just you got to be online. Oh damn, you lost internet connection. This shit just turns the fuck off. It does all this
Oh,
fucked up shit.
And
okay,
I
so,
agree with you,
don't forget the
Herbert.
localizers.
Yeah, the
hey,
localization.
Josh.
Oh yeah, it has shit
Oh
localization,
my god,
all
yeah,
this
that
stuff,
shit's gonna
right?
be so
Look,
bad.
Herbert,
God damn,
I am one of the extreme people that will do exactly that. I will say, I ain't buying that shit. But look how people fucking treat me, Herbert. Well, why? Oh, I don't understand. Well, blah, 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 blah. Bruh, even to choose that option, people fucking treat you like shit. That's what I literally do. I'm not doing that because
Man,
fucking
I don't want to
because
say no names, but
How
but
could
I
you
don't like
not
that.
like it? How
like
could you? You be
I
playing
don't
Persona
understand.
before.
Josh,
That don't make
Josh,
no
I don't want
sense.
to say
To,
no
It's
names.
to
like
be
leave me
Josh,
the fuck
to
alone.
be fair,
God.
usually to be fair, usually when somebody doesn't like the most popular thing out, they always look at you as an outcast.
Yeah,
They
okay,
always,
but
you don't like
that's
Call of
right.
Duty, bro? What's wrong with you, bro? You can hop
Yeah,
on
but
over and play Call of Duty with us, bro.
yeah, that's fine. Maybe you're right. Oh, okay. I don't like the most popular thing, so yeah, maybe they're gonna be like, "Why don't you like the most popular thing?" Okay, fair enough. But it's like, dude, that's the result of what happens nowadays, especially in
Oh my
gaming. If
god.
there's some shit that's big and you're not
yeah,
into it, and you have some niche reason for not being into it, like I do, they're just gonna look like you get treated like you're fucking insane. It's not just simply, oh, you don't like Apex Legends. No,
Yeah.
like, because if I just come up to say I don't like Fortnite, I don't get treated like that. But if I say I don't like Fortnite because of I don't like Skullgirls because I think the developers are fucking like
Bunch of
uh
fucking hacks.
more than just hacks.
Yeah,
They're
there's
people
a
who
whole
fucking
story behind
stole
that.
an idea from a developer.
Literally stole.
They're thieves. They're fucking parasites. When I get to that point, it's like, oh well, that doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, of course it doesn't make sense to you because you don't know anything.
Hold on, wait a minute, Tim. That's actually good. That's actually a fucking good point that you just made. Fucking Skullgirls. I bought that game back way back then.
Oh
And they
my
changed the
god.
fucking game.
Yes, that's another fucking thing. You bought this fucking game as is. You think, and it's good as is. You like
Penny
the game
tossing
you
on.
bought. Hold on, wait.
Everything.
Let me get fucking through this, Chris. Like, you bought the game. It is exactly what you wanted. You paid the money. Everything works. The game is good. You have no fucking problems with it. Everything's fine. There's no issue. Okay, 2 years later, you turn the game on. You have not been paying attention to anything about this game. You turn it on, the game is different. You don't have access to the game that you had, like that game that you want to play, gone. Is that fair?
And instead, you get this gay fox furry telling you how to play the game all of a sudden.
Is
What
that
happened?
fair? If that's fair, is that fair? And if the answer is no, what is your remedy against that?
That's
Don't support them.
But you already
Yeah,
did.
we already bought the game.
Hold on,
though.
wait,
I
but you
bought
already
the
did.
game.
You already bought the game.
They got me in with the cute anime
And
girl.
they changed
They
the
tricked me.
object that you bought
after you purchased it.
after you purchased it.
This like
What is your
5 years
remedy?
after
What
that.
is your remedy?
Shoot, ain't shit you can do
You're fucked.
if it didn't change.
Wait, there is
If
something
it,
you
if
can
it
do,
didn't
Herbert.
change,
Hold on, wait, but there's something you can do. You can pirate the previous version of the game.
You'll go get the patch. Damn right.
But that's stealing.
well,
You can't do that.
well, I know what with CDs and stuff. I don't know if it's still like this today, but if you've already bought the CD and you buy a copy of or you download a copy of it online, it's fine.
Yeah. No, you're right. For old games, that's why, what I said earlier depends on what console we're talking about and how far back we're going. You're right.
Yeah.
If we're talking about Nintendo Switch and I buy a copy of Trials of Mana or Xenoblade Chronicles, yeah, you're pretty much correct. I don't have to download the updates. They give you an option. Do you want to download this update? No, thank you. Okay, could play the game. It's like that's how the Nintendo Switch works. It ain't like that on PlayStation. It ain't like that. Like when you buy a game, you better never connect your fucking shit online. You better never fucking do it. You just better never not do that because
Yeah,
then once you do that, they're going to download a patch onto your system prior to the patch, and then when you try to play that game, it's going to say you need a patch to play this fucking game.
Remember Deus Ex?
Yeah.
Human Revolution? Because like that version of the game, you can't buy no more. You got to play the
You
new.
got to play the
shitty-
inferior fucking director's cut version.
Yep. I'm one of the few lucky sons of bitches that still has the original version.
Sure do.
of
We
Deus Ex.
we actually did an experiment because I was like, I actually don't know the differences between the two. You buy the original one, I'll buy the director's cut. Guess who fucking lost in that fucking deal? I did. I fucking lost because I was like, this is buggy. It sucks, and the boss fights are all gone.
So I'm not familiar with. I think I bought it like a long time ago, but I never really played it. What is the difference between the two?
Okay, so the game looks different. That's a good like they redid all the fucking textures and lighting, so the game just looks completely fucking
director's
different.
cut version is the port to the Wii U.
Yeah,
Wii U port. Yeah.
Oh, I know that's terrible.
Yeah, and then but it's more than just it's more than just how it looks.
Bad.
It's more than just how it looks. Because when the original Deus Ex Human Revolution came out, normies bitched about the boss fights in the game. Oh, they're too hard. I don't know how to beat this boss. It's so annoying. Yeah. Right? So in the director's cut, you know what they did? They cut the bosses.
Oh,
or they made them fucking like, yeah, but Herbert, we didn't live in the completely dystopian fucking future that we live in today. If that was today, what would have happened is that the game that Josh bought would have been updated to the version I bought. Then he would have not been able to play that game anymore. Once
After I
bought the game, he has no remedy to that if he goes through the official ways.
Yep.
So saying like don't support it, it's like you can't predict the future. I try, but you can't.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Another, well, this is a minuscule example. Like Street Fighter 5 when they got rid of Armika's butt slap, and I bought the game.
Yeah,
I bought the game. Why you take something away? I was
right, and then that's another fucking thing. Saying like, oh well, you can look at things from how the game is coming out to determine how you can't. No, you
Yeah.
can't, because the game that you're looking at there is not necessarily the game you're going to get when you get it.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like that's why when Chris said, "How the hell do I know what game I'm fucking playing before I actually fucking play it?" Right.
Yep.
Right, because only through playing the fucking game do you actually know what's there. Like, you don't know. You can't trust fucking
Yeah.
reviewers. You can't trust GameStop employees. I mean, even look at you. You tried to tell the truth, but you told a fucking like watered down version of the truth. Oh, there's some glitches, and man, you might want to wait for a patch. The game was unplayable.
Mm,
Like,
It's a little bit bigger than
It
glitches.
was.
yeah.
buggy.
Yeah.
It was unplayable. It wouldn't have got taken off of the PlayStation Store for sale if it wasn't unplayable. It was
Yeah. It was
unplayable.
terrible.
Cyberbug 2077,
Yeah,
folks.
but I
Yeah. It was
understand why you
terrible.
did it. You had a job. You have to sell
Yeah.
that. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like you can't be like, people can't be naive when it comes to this type of stuff. You can't just like, it's just, it's like this cliche. It's like, oh well, stealing's wrong, so we just shouldn't do it. Of course, yes. But the thing is that like the mentality of thieves are people who just cross boundaries and they don't give a fuck about you, and they're just going to do it. But the thing is that like those people, if they have that mindset, they're out to fuck you. They're going to fuck you. And that's it, right? But the people who want to support you, they're going to support you. They're not even going to pirate the game just to even look at it. They're already, so these camps are already decided. The thing that's undecided are the people in the fucking middle, the people who want to purchase your game, but there is a barrier. Either there's a quality barrier, they're not convinced of the quality. That's your fault. They're not convinced of the price, that it's worth the price. Maybe they think the quality's good, but maybe there's just not enough content to justify the price. Again, that's your fault. These are all
Or
marketing
or
fucking
or
problems and convenience
or
problems that you have to answer to them so that you can convince them to give you their money.
or they can really fucking love it and just don't want to pay for it.
Well, that they're in that other camp. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. They're
Yeah.
in that other camp. They don't want to pay for it. That's why I said that's already decided. Those people who are going to do that, they're already there.
Well, well, yes and no. It's like you have to make a decision. Like if you like a game and you have the option to pirate or buy it, it just depends on that person.
Right.
I put them in the middle too because they have to make a
Mm,
choice.
well,
You
the
have to
people,
make a
Oh, yeah.
choice.
hold on, but I'm saying the people who already made the choice, the people who make the choice to pirate your game have made that choice. That's what they're going to do. They're going to
Yeah.
pirate your game. So they're not in the middle. They're going to pirate your game.
Yeah.
Well,
That,
They've already decided.
well, I'm talking about the people who have the option. They know about pirating and they know about buying it. They see the option to pirate. They have to make a choice whether they're gonna do it or not.
right. And I'm saying it's up to you to convince them not to do that.
Yeah. And if you have a good, if you
No,
have faith,
Of
I just
course
think
it
it's up
is.
to that
You have
person.
No, it's up to
It's,
you because you have to sell them on your product.
yeah.
It's
If
not
you
up to
I
don't,
mean, my product is gonna be my product. Whether it's bad or good, but whether a person decides to buy it or not is on them.
No, you can't just make a
Because
product and
like I said,
avoid.
because they could love it. Like I said, they can love it, but they still have the option to buy it or pirate it. That person has to make that decision on which way they're gonna go.
Right. Well, what
You
if
know,
they love it, but it costs $5,000? That's
I
unjustifiable
mean,
for most people, right? Like, I know I'm
yeah,
making an extreme argument, but I'm trying to make an extreme argument to make a point. Like, the thing is that you have to, when you make a product, it could be good or bad. It doesn't really matter. You have to sell it to someone,
Wait a
because you
moment.
can't just make a product in the void and expect it to fucking succeed. It won't, because people don't know what it is, what it's about. You know, they don't know anything about it. You have to go and sell it to people. You have to advertise for it. You have to be
well,
on it. You have to do that. And
well, well, go ahead.
I'm saying, like, your ability to do that is what's going to, make the difference between your success and failure, not piracy.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that is a factor, but it's
It's
just
the
some
major
people.
factor.
It's like I'm talking about once a person knows they know about the game, they know that they want it,
Mhm.
It depends on what means they want to get it by. You know,
Yeah,
they
they
have the
decided to
option
pirate.
Yeah.
once they know what the options are. Like, hey, am I going to support this
Yeah,
or
or
am
not,
I
and they
going?
decide to pirate, right? They're a
Yeah,
pirate.
it just depends on
Yeah,
that person
like
or
the
individual.
what you're talking about is ultimately incalculable. So you'd never know either way.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah, but
if you made
but I
something,
know it ain't big. I know the
yeah,
major
it's
reason is selling your game and the quality of your game
yeah,
for a
because
fact.
if somebody likes it that much, they're gonna want it. They're gonna want to see more of it. That's just like the nature of the market. I don't buy something because I hope it dies. I buy it or I go see it because like, man, this was great. I hope that the Sonic movie, I saw it 3 times.
Puss in Boots.
Puss
Look
in
at,
Boots,
I
and it's
mean,
like, more, please. Can I have some more? How much
look,
do you want? I'll
we
give
don't
you
even
anything.
have to look at the gaming industry, but the gaming industry is where we have the most amount of knowledge in. But just look at the music industry with Napster and all of that. Why is it that like the music industry was like so against piracy and they're making piracy to be out to be this big baddie? It was because they could not move with the times. The thing is that what people wanted at the time was the ability to be able to have media on the go because MP3 players were becoming a thing, and they wanted to be able to carry not have a fucking whole fucking CD case of shit when they're carrying around. They wanted a convenient way to carry around the majority of the songs that they own and like that they bought. They have the CDs right fucking there. But there's no way that, back then that they could, unless they want to carry around their whole fucking collection, there was no way for them to actually listen to their music on the go
Yeah.
unless they ripped those CDs and took the MP3 files off to put it on an MP3 player, which was illegal, and there was no remedy for that. There was no way to purchase it the right way. But regardless, it was wrong. When that shit got nipped in the bud, music piracy went down. But it
well,
still, at its height, wasn't damaging enough to Sony Music was like, oh my God, we're fucking dying. Help. None of these music conglomerates ever fucking died. It's
Mm.
like piracy is not this fucking boogeyman.
I was about to
And
say,
yeah, go ahead.
I was about to say the hell. That's why Sony be striking everybody every time you put some little bit of music in the YouTube video every fucking 5 minutes. It didn't go away. Still there.
Yeah, it's like they're not hurting.
And
They're
musicians
fine.
aren't hurting.
And if
Musicians,
they are hurting, it's because of whatever contract they signed with that
yes,
artist
that
or whatever.
That's why that's why most of these artists do live tours and stuff anyway, because they make more money from their live
Yeah.
tours than actually selling a
So
disc.
so even the people buying their music because they like the artist, that money isn't even getting to the artist.
right.
So
It's
it's
not.
like,
Just like when it's actually pretty similar with game development, unless you're buying an indie
Oh
project.
yeah, wait a minute, wait. Like with fucking Fallout. Remember,
You,
I think it was like New Vegas or something like that. They said, "Hey, you guys got to sell a certain amount of copies, otherwise, they're not giving you a bonus or whatever all this stuff is."
yeah, look at that's what happened with Dead or Alive 4 with
yep,
Edagaki.
Edagaki. Yep.
No.
Yep, same
Yeah,
thing.
and we're all buying the game. We love Edagaki. Oh, take my money, Edagaki. And
And
they're
that
like,
nigga alone right now.
and they're like, I'm trying to give him $60, and he get 5 of my
Yep.
60.
Uh-huh.
So like, yeah,
Mm.
I'm glad. Like, if piracy decimates the industry to the point to where I can
I wish it
finally
was.
give
I
my
wish it
money
was stronger.
directly, yeah,
I wish
because
piracy was stronger. Because it would get these people to fucking get their fucking act together. But it's just used as a fucking boogeyman to scare people
scapegoat.
into getting into their shitty economy. Like, oh well, you shouldn't do that because that's wrong. Well, I don't want to be wrong. I want to support the developers and blah blah bloopity blee. Yeah, get that mess out of here.
Yeah,
It's like that shit's not
developers
real.
already barely eating unless they're like an indie or like unless if they're not tied to some giant corporation. That's like the only way you're free, but you're also the most vulnerable. Oh,
And
the
then
irony.
we're currently talking about current video games. So this is the most defensible point that the anti-piracy people, I guess I would say, have is, these are games, like these current games, they're trying to make a profit off of it. You're taking away potential profits from them, blah blah blah, right? But okay, what about all these old fucking games? What about because this will become the new games. People have this like vision of time that's really like in the moment, just the present. That's all they consider. It's like new games will become old games. But look at old games today. If I want to go buy a copy of Tales of Destiny 2 on the PlayStation 1, where from Namco can I purchase that? There isn't one. There's nowhere, right? So I would have to go on I already have a copy of it. It's sitting on my desk over there. But if I didn't, I would have to go purchase a copy off of eBay probably for like $230 something fucking dollars, right? I would have to go do that because those are the only copies that exist, and it's the only way to go play that fucking game. Game companies are not interested in preserving games that they can no longer make a profit from. I understand that, right? But the thing is that what makes those games available after that point? Piracy.
Like for example,
piracy in the first
copy of this.
What is that?
I want a physical copy of that.
What is it?
Oh, shit.
I want a physical copy of Wild Arms 2. I can't get it no more. I can get it digitally. It might be changed.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
What about this jump right here?
See, y'all talking about games at least that could be played in some form. I'm talking about a game you can't fucking play at all officially. That's just like where actually can you buy it? It doesn't fucking exist.
Yeah, it's long
You're right, there are a bunch of those.
There's a ton of them. I mean, let me look on my fucking shelf here. And let's see. All right. Is there a way to buy Bravely Default?
Oh, the first one? No.
Yeah, the first one.
No,
yeah,
no,
I didn't think so.
That's it.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Oh, we don't forget. Yeah, 3DS games. Hold on, wait. Now, I can meet you on that one. Hold on, wait.
Wait, it's on the store. It's on some digital store somewhere.
No, man. No, the 3DS stores is gone, fam. You can't get this.
I know. I know. I know. I know it's gone. Yeah, I know.
What? Impossible.
Oh, what if you want to play Jet Set Radio? Future. Oh man.
Or you want to play?
Gone.
You want to play Sega Saturn, Panzer Dragon 2?
Oh yeah. See,
Herbert, you know.
Can't
where's my Jet Set Radio?
Can't play Can't play that no more.
Man, we're such gaming nerds. Oh my god.
Yeah,
it's like the things that make those games playable today is because of pirates of the past.
You can't even play this. You can't play the Pokemon no more.
Made those available.
Anarchy Reigns.
Pokemon no more.
Gone. Where can you find this shit? Sega forgot this game exists right here. One of their best games ever.
Forgot a bunch of shit. They're like an old man. Don't know where his fucking the dick between his legs is.
Yep. Like, half of these games folks never even heard of. He's like, "Where's Ridge Racer at?" Namco won't sell it to you. Yep. Gaming, no, dude. Piracy is the best thing that's ever happened to gaming.
Easily.
So like, nah. It's too many benefits.
The official companies, they know that, and the thing is that like most developers aren't gonna like walk. They're not gonna take that stance, not because they're afraid that people are gonna come and pirate their game and that they're just gonna die. It's because they will be ostracized by the rest of their gaming compatriots. They're developing because they're gonna say you're crazy, and then that's it. That's it. Doesn't matter if you're right.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Well,
you ain't getting that shit no more. No, that shit gone, fam. That shit gone, Playboy. You ain't getting X-Men Academy. Fuck that. Yeah, you ain't even getting
Mutant Academy. I forgot that game existed. You ain't
even mention my guy. It's over. Nope.
I feel like I had that game when I was younger.
Damn. Oh. What about y'all remember well, y'all probably don't remember. There was this game called Star Wars Jedi Academy.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that was a cool game.
I heard of it.
The game is tight.
A friend of mine had it on PC back in the day and played that, and I was like, this is a fuck. Why don't they make more games like this? This is cool.
Ooh, look what I found. X-Men Mutant Academy. But I am a good person. I am not going to right click and download.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that.
I am better.
Phil Spencer somewhere starving because of you, man.
I am better.
Don't do it.
Phil Spencer. Go tell him what's wrong. Like what I came for a new Xbox. We'll go back and buy the old one then.
No, I'm better. Please do not download to my external hard drive. Please do not do this. Don't do this.
Only download games that I own.
Man, look, if there was some way, if these developers, not even developers, if these companies and all this stuff had some way, and I'll say this, I'll give Microsoft this, they're the closest company that have come to this of what I'm trying to say right here. If they had some way of being like, hey, look, if you just simply show us some fucking sort of fucking proof, like the what do you call it? The what do you call that shit? The fucking like scan code. You know how like on games there's like a
QR code.
QR code or whatever, like whatever the shit's called, that would be on the back of a box. If you just send us a picture of that shit, we will email you a fucking key that has that where you can download that fucking game for free, and then that's that.
Mm.
That would be sick.
That'd be fun.
Even though that still would not be that great, because if I want to go play fucking Tales of Destiny 2 and I didn't have the fucking copy, I'd have to spend $201 billion. There are still people who would do that because I bought Tales of Destiny 2 for fucking $90. So people would do that, right? But that would be infinitely better. And the best we got when it comes to something close to that is Microsoft's backwards compatibility program, where they're like, okay, well, if you have these old Xbox and Xbox 360 games, as long as you put the disc in, we'll recognize that you have it, and then you can go like download a copy of that game, and it's an enhanced version of that game, enhanced frame rate. All we did was fuck with the frame rate and resolution. It's like, that's good. But even then, you're limited. Oh, well, I own a copy of Jet Set Radio Future. Can I play that? Oh, no, sorry, you can't do that one, though.
Due to licensing issues.
Due to licensing issues and blah blah blah, can't do that.
Hey, but hey, there's plenty of ground we're willing to give. They just have to build it, but they don't want to build it. They'd rather make you sign an even longer EULA for a demo.
So forgive me for being Monkey D. Luffy, or not. I'm not even Monkey D. Luffy. I'm Monkey D. Luffy's advocate. I'm his lawyer. I'm not Monkey D. Luffy. I like as Josh has said many times. Well, this guy doesn't fucking actually do a lot of pirating.
Yeah, because like when he was first telling me about this, I was just like you, Herbert. When we were having this conversation years ago, and I was looking at him, I was like, all this fucking guy does is buy video games like Mass Effect, and he keeps telling me that piracy is okay, but he's not actually pirating. Maybe there's more.
And this was before I had CD Projekt Red as an example, by the way. I just want to point that fucking out. This was before CD Projekt Red blew up. I had no example. I was just going based on theory. I was like, well, yeah, of course. I was like, because I've been around pirates for long enough. I know about the piracy scene. I know what this is. It doesn't. It can't. It's almost fucking impossible. Because the amount of knowledge you just have to be able to pirate is too great.
Yeah, because most people don't even want to do it because it's like learning another language.
Yeah, it takes.
If I was to explain to you, Herbert, how to pirate, you'd be like, I'd rather buy this shit, man. I ain't about to download it. I gotta download these programs.
A risk associated with the shit. Can't just download any fucking damn thing.
What does seeding mean? I don't know what that fucking means. Like, it's like, hey,
let this. Yeah, let this.
I don't trust. Like 2 damn days. Trust issues. Like people, I don't know. I never trust. I don't trust this site. I don't trust this. Hell, when I was trying to get Josh to just learn how to buy CD keys, he was fucking wobbling.
Yeah, I was like, this can't be legal, man. Like, what you talking about? This game for $5?
Yeah, I was trying to explain to him how CD keys fucking work. He was like, "What?" Because he couldn't mind. That's what I'm saying. Everyone who's like this, they just don't believe it. I say this, I can fucking show them. I can give them examples and proof. I can explain it all the fuck out. No, I'm wrong. Okay, what do you have? What makes you convinced of that?
Nothing.
Don't know. You don't have anything. Okay.
I have
how am I supposed to even fucking be convinced?
I take off Amazon.
Dude, like I went to Josh. I was like, hey, dude, like you don't have to see. I won't buy this game, but it kind of costs too much. And I was like, so this is me. I could have said you just go pirate the game, but no, I didn't do that, did I? I said, well, there's another legitimate way of buying it that would cost less. And he's like, well, how? I don't understand. Well, okay, there's these things called CD. There's like Well, there's this actual website called CD. This shit sucks now because mainstream people got into it and whatever.
Yeah.
But back in the day, it was really awesome. So essentially, there was this website called CD Key Prices, and it listed a bunch of sites that sold CD keys. And essentially, I was like, yeah, you just choose from here, and then like based on what site, because some sites like. Because there would be a different price. Like, well, why wouldn't I just choose the cheapest one? Because I was like, well, because sometimes the cheapest one is not the best thing because, like, sometimes like they don't have good customer support, they don't have this, that, and the other. But if you go to the top, they have things like reward programs where if you buy this key and if you buy a bunch of keys from them, they give you like a discount on your next key and stuff like that. I was like, it depends on the fucking site. Like you have to read what these sites offer and what they don't offer and blah 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 blah. But most of the time, you're not getting a refund. You
Got
know,
me.
so he's like, oh no. And I was like, I buy shit through this all the time. If there's something wrong goes wrong, I'll pay for it. Like it's $5 fucking. Like
You
I'll
know
pay
what I was?
for it.
It was Street Fight. It was
Yeah,
Super Street Fighter
it was
4,
Super Street Fighter
and
4.
the
Yep.
whole time I was like, "This might be some type of virus buyer 3000 gonna hack my
Yeah, but it was just
computer."
a key. It was just
Hacker
a fucking
Man 3000.
Yeah, and that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. It's people's fears that like create all of this fucking just bullshit. It's just straight up, it's just bullshit. And I'm trying to tell you, like, I know what this is. And it's like, oh, I don't know, man. Well, I know you don't know. That's what I'm telling you. It's but and it's like, well, I just don't understand how you could buy a game for cheaper than what's on the official site. I was like, because this official site makes it easy for you. You don't have to go and search and do all this stuff. They know that you have to go and do this. When a developer, look, oh my God, okay, look, a developer has a physical item that they have to print on a disk and do all that shit, right? You don't need a key for that because when you put the disk in your fucking hard drive, it just fucking works. Let's just leave it at that, okay? But for a digital item, it has DRM on it. Okay, digital rights management. And so to unlock that key, it needs a key. Or that lock, it needs a key. Okay, this is what a digital key is. Everyone gets digital keys. Okay, Steam gets digital keys. Wherever it's being sold, it's going to have digital keys. Okay, so they give some of those keys to Steam, okay, to sell, but not all of them. And these keys can be infinitely generated, but they give some of these to Steam. But maybe they're like, well, people aren't going to go to Steam all the time. Maybe all the features and stuff with Steam they don't really care about, they're going to get on some other site, and we don't really get any sales from that site like Uplay and stuff like that because people hate it. Well, maybe
yeah.
they would buy it if the price was lower, so we'll just sell some keys to like this site over here to fucking G2A or whatever. Hey, here's some keys, we'll sell you guys these keys. They buy the keys at a lower price, and then they're able to sell those keys at a lower price. So it's literally the developers giving CD keys to these places. They're buying CD keys from the developers so that they can make money, and then you buy that CD key.
And they
Now
get
you
all that
can't.
money, like a
Yes.
little
Now,
profit off of that CD key.
right. But now, of course, Steam isn't going to support you because they're like, well, you didn't buy that key directly from us. So if you want a refund, tough nuts, you better go talk to fucking G2A, right? Well, but okay, well that you pay you did pay a cheaper price. And Herbert, back in the day, this was the difference between buying a game that just came out that was $60 and you was buying that game day one for
Yeah.
$30.
Yep, he ain't lying. I did it plenty of times.
Yep.
And
Yep.
that's why it was like, yeah, PC gaming is the shit, but like people just don't listen to you. That's the worst. People just don't believe you or listen to. And then when they finally do, they ruin everything because they're not really. They still haven't listened to you. They want things to be how they moved to PC, but they want it to be like a console. As soon as they encounter one problem, it's like, or as soon as well, Josh, how you were, but you're not like that now. But like you would have never went to a CD key place because I don't know, it's not official.
Yeah, because like
Dude,
on my own, I would just been like, look, this is a realm of uncertainty, and I am just not
uh,
willing to risk it. I feel like I'm
yeah,
gonna fuck up, and I just would have never went. If Cross
yep,
didn't say that shit to me, and if he didn't like fucking hold my hand through that whole process, including learning how to build a PC, mind you, if he hadn't done
yeah.
that, I'd still be playing on a fucking Xbox One, Series X or some shit. I'd probably like, man, Xbox Live ain't that bad. You know who I'd sound like? I ain't gonna say his name, but you know who I sound like.
No, if you say it, don't you
Hey,
say
that's where I would be. Thank you, Tevin.
Well, and that's why I'm
PC.
so fucking bitter because you try to tell people this shit, and then it's like people just treat you like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and that you're like you're speaking fucking Chinese and black magic, and then when fucking 10 years pass and they're repeating the same shit you're saying, you get mad. You're like, fuck you, first of all. Secondly, like, then you still don't want it to be like that. You're still actually moving towards the console direction, which is I have no rights and they control everything I do and everything costs $1 billion. It's like,
Windows
dude,
11.
bro, like, you are a human being, man. You should fight for your fucking rights. Like, you should do. Yeah. So shut up.
PC burns my asshole. I hate
Yeah.
PC.
I'm glad you hate
Word, we
PC.
got
It
That's
you
hurt.
good
good.
PC, man.
Even though I'm on PC now with a camera and mouse and keyboard and online and streaming and doing everything that the console can't do.
Well, we're all a little hypocritical, aren't we?
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
are.
own a Nintendo Switch. Yeah.
Yeah. Boy,
But,
that's I mean, we got and more, but do we need and more?
but we might have. Hey, we might have to do another day, man, because
Yeah.
we've been streaming.
Yep.
Yeah,
For
we're
real.
getting 2.5 hours, so
Yeah,
I am very pleased with this turnout.
yeah. You might have to do and more and tomorrow or some other day, unless you want to keep going.
Hey man, like I got all night. I don't go to work till Saturday. I'm
I
gonna
wish I
probably
could
start playing
do
something after this.
fucking work.
Lucky you.
I'm just playing
Yeah.
some, fighting games and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a
You
neat
don't
feeling.
want to play Ravens Watch? I just unlocked the monkey.
All right. I'll play Ravens Watch with you. Jeez. Holy Train for Frost. I'll play with you. Though. I'll play with you. The game is good. The game is good though.
Was that across? Sound like sound like a damn sound like Godzilla. I was like, ah.
Oh, you do? No, dude. I gotta make you see that movie this week. You gotta go.
Unless
Okay, go tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah,
If I'm off,
Josh.
where are we going? Herbert, you seen -0?
-1.
-1, my bad. Jesus Christ.
oh, Godzilla -1.
No, fuck that up. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it already.
Tell this man to go see this movie. Tell him to go see that movie.
It's
I am
well,
gonna go see it. I was
well,
poured in.
we already talked about it on like one of the past streams. You know, I already let them know that like it's one of the best movies that came out in a long time.
That was the best movie. That was like my favorite movie of 2023.
Yeah.
I've never
Is it
seen.
still in theaters.
Yeah, it should be. And hell, I gotta go see that in Iron Claw
And Silent Night.
and Silent Night. Yep,
I heard Silent Night wasn't that good.
That's impossible. There's a Mustang in it.
there's a Mustang in there. He wants to see it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Man,
Terrible.
that fast. That fast as hell.
Terrible.
I did not know you were such a what I don't know shit about cars. What was that? Ford?
Yeah.
A Ford? Yeah, okay.
A Ford Mustang.
Dodge Mustang.
No, the Dodge Mustang is called the Viper.
Oh man, whatever. They both animals.
But I was saying, I mean, if you want to run through like the topics, you can, or we can do it another day. It's all up to you. You are.
I want to hear what it was.
The only other topics we did have, I think Herbert he wanted to talk about this a little bit. There's a new lead running the next Star Wars movie.
Did you want to talk about that? Okay, never mind. We can talk about that.
No, fuck that. No, we'll talk about another. I'll talk about another day. Fucking
Yeah, I
Star
think.
Wars.
Hey, Herbert, you want to like
Yeah.
do you want to like dedicate that to like its own segment in the next one?
Yeah, we could do it in another video.
Yeah, because like the tweets and stuff I see they're all kind of jumbled. They're not really, coherent. It's just the same clip being shown 50 times. But I mean, yeah, if you want to on the next one, we could set that up for like the first topic.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, I think that
Well,
was
we had
everything.
that topic, and then we had the after that topic was going to go into how the John Wick director
Oh
wants to do something with
yeah,
Star Wars, and then we
yeah.
were going to go through the Mickey Mouse
Steamboat Willie.
situation.
But no, y'all do.
Oh,
No, I forgot. Somebody like it was Jay on Geese
big
and
one.
Gamers. He got fooled by this fake site. But man, like, dude,
Yeah, I saw
if this
that.
I
It was
forgot
funny.
I forgot how the title goes. But it was like, crap. It was like the killing of the conjuring of the revival of Steamboat Willie. I was like, what the fuck? Yo, let's go.
I'm gonna need you to say that again, but in English, because I didn't catch none of
I
that.
forgot how you said it's like the killing of the conjuring of the revival of Steamboat Willie. Something like that.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
okay.
a whole bunch of like fake titles for like movies. And it was funny, like those titles that they were coming out with.
And he
That
gave me
shit was
hyped. I was
pretty
gonna
much
say,
funny.
"Oh boy, you know
Man,
I'm about to
I'm
go
kind of
through."
mixed on like copyright law and like when copyright dies for a certain thing. I'm mixed on it, man, because like some people, like proponents of people who hate or proponents of copyright law, kind of like they're kind of like people should have the right to own their intellectual property for as long as they fucking want to own it, and they should be able to do whatever the fuck they want to do with their intellectual property, and people shouldn't be able to just say, well, nah, now I'm Mickey Mouse, like look at me, I'm Mickey Mouse, right? So that's what the proponents say, and like there's a part of me that's like, yeah, I can see that, I can agree with that, but then there's a part of me that's like, but what if through because in the reality of things, there's a lot of times where people who own the rights of something aren't the original fucking creators. They aren't the original people. You know what I mean? Like rights get
Mm.
managed in some really fucked up in particular way, and Tecmo owns Dead or Alive. Then what?
Yeah,
then in that situation, do I like it? No, I'm not sure I like it so much because Alex Ahad doesn't have Skullgirls, and fucking Edagaki doesn't have Dead or Alive. That kind of sucks, right?
yeah,
So
And
it's
Disney got
like,
Star Wars.
yeah. So wouldn't it be cool if independents can make their own things and spins on these franchises, and it would be cool? And it's like, yeah, that's cool. I think that's kind of like a cool idea. But the problem is that you introduce all of this like disrespectful garbage, essentially, like just all this trash, like, oh, I'm gonna make a Winnie the Pooh movie or something, like,
Yeah, Josh,
shit
can you
like
share my
that.
screen?
Honey and blood, baby.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, and so it's like, I'm mixed. I actually don't know what decision I like more or the other. I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of like half and
Yeah,
half.
I haven't
It's-
thought that much about it. Like the funny aspect about it makes me laugh, but like you said, if you were to consider like the implications with things that we're more familiar with, like games, it does kind of like change things up.
So this article says after multiple changes to U.S. law that kept it copyrighted for nearly 100 years,
Mm.
1928 Disney cartoon Steamboat Willie, which contains the first appearance of Mickey and Minnie Mouse, is now in the public domain. So it was copyrighted for 100 years. That's insane.
I think that's like, I don't like when people like bring up like these like 100 years or however long. I don't think time like matters. I think if it was indefinite, that's the same, pretty much the same as 100 years. I don't think that's what's important. It's either to me, I put into extreme A or extreme B. Should people be able to make derivative works of it, or should the person who owns that copyright, should they be able to actually just own it? Because
Yeah,
like I'm gonna be honest with you, like if I think a lot of the people who say shit like that's crazy, this thing is on for 100 years, they feel entitled to it just because they grew up and watched it. And it's like, you're not entitled to that shit. You didn't make it. You didn't come up with the idea or think about that shit or put one pencil to paper to help realize it. You didn't do shit. But you think you're entitled to someone else's fucking intellectual work? It's like that's that side of me, that's what it says when I think of shit like that. It's like, yeah,
you
fuck you. You
see,
don't deserve that.
what I don't understand, I'm gonna have to look into it, but I don't understand, why after so long, something becomes available for people to just to do whatever they want to do with it.
Yeah, because that's how copyright law is written. Essentially, intellectual property is property. So it's just like private property. But the difference is that with private property, right? When I die, that private property, I can say it goes to Susie or it goes to Billy or whatever, right? But it comes to a point to where that private property is either gonna become destroyed or abandoned. Give it enough time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because it's a physical fucking item. But intellectual property is not a physical item, it's an idea. So it will
I see.
never die. Like it won't fall apart or anything like that. And people might forget it, but it's not gonna die, right? So it's
Yeah.
like the thing is like, how do you handle that? Like
Oh,
and,
okay.
and and anybody can take it. If I own a chair, you have to come steal that fucking chair from me. You know what I mean? But if I
Yeah,
fucking say I made a character named Mickey Mouse, I can say no, I got a character named Mickey Mouse. Now what? It's
yeah.
like it's
So
like
it's essentially an idea that lives on uh, for a stated amount of time, and somebody can come after like a couple of years and say, okay, well, this idea can be taken on by somebody else. Is that
right. That's
okay?
pretty much it. It's a way for people to be able to actually own the ideas that they create. I created this idea. I own it because it is my intellectual property. It is the property of my mind. So I made it. It's mine. Now, what people mostly don't have a problem with that idea, but they argue, well, the length of time is stupid. I'm like, how? If I was 80 years old and I made some fucking cool shit, I would still care about it when I'm 80.
Yeah,
Like chances are. So I don't give a fuck what you think is too long. Like if I want to give it to my kid, I should be able to give it to my kid and say, hey, now it's your intellectual property because I ain't gonna fucking be here. My brain's gonna be dust. But you know what? I'm gonna get this shit to you, or give it to a colleague. Or I feel like it should work the exact fucking same as physical property when it comes to being able to give the rights to someone. And that's why a lot of these big companies do it for different reasons, but people who are
Yeah.
proponents of like intellectual property to keep extending it, because it didn't originally used to be this long. It used to be like 20 years, and then
Yeah.
they extended that to 40 years, and then it just got longer and longer over time. So it's like so yeah, but the people who are against intellectual property being like indefinite or being just like really long, right? Like their argument is that, well, the creator is long gone and the people who made these things, they're long gone. Like let's say Homer's the Odyssey, right? That guy is
Yeah.
long dead. Like he's been dead ever since ever. Are you telling me no one should be able to make a movie about the Odyssey? No one should be able to make anything about the Odyssey unless I go get the intellectual rights of a dead guy that doesn't exist, or I have to track down his fucking like family who
yeah.
is somehow his descendants of Homer. Like, how am I supposed to be able to do that? And they got a good point. Like, I don't think derivative of works are necessarily a terrible thing. Like, yeah, it's cool that someone can make a movie about the Odyssey. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's cool, but there's also this idea of like there's this entitlement to it part that I guess I just don't like, where it's like, well, you know this thing should enter the public domain because it is really really big and I grew up with Mickey Mouse. So the fuck what? Disney is also a gigantic company that can afford to continue to own it. They're not Bill in his house. It's not Homer. Homer was a dude. He didn't have a
Yeah.
business. Like he was just a man. It's like, so like, yeah, like this is different.
So my question: does anybody want to see this stuff? I know they got. I see they got a video game. They got some movies that are announced. What is this? Infestation Origins, and they got a
Yeah.
movie, Mickey Mouse Trap. Does anybody want to see this stuff? It looks terrible.
I'm not interested, but I'm not interested in Mickey Mouse in the first fucking place. So I can't, you know,
There's only so many Mickey Mouse
I
properties
don't
I'm like
care.
even remotely interested in. Like, but Disney as a whole, just nah, fuck. We're good.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder if like in the Kingdom Hearts games, I
Mhm.
wonder if like they can put Mickey Mouse in like in their in those games without consulting Disney now.
I
They
think it
can.
only applies to Steamboat Willie, not Mickey Mouse in general. This
Oh,
interpretation of Mickey Mouse.
so
Oh.
Steamboat Willie and Mickey Mouse are two different entities.
Yes, they're not the
Okay,
same character.
I see.
Oh.
Because like Disney, they're kind of the reason why that's the case, from what I remember. Because the way like the laws, like you said earlier, Tevin, it depends on what it's different when it comes to like corporations or whatever. And Disney was a huge proponent to that because they were like, "Yo, this is all our stuff." So the law, I won't say they changed the law, but they influenced it to the point to where it varies which versions of
Yeah.
each character you're talking about. Like Mickey Mouse, as we
Uh,
know him, no, you can't use him. That's why you only saw Steamboat Willie
Yeah.
interpretations of these characters.
oh, I get it now. Oh,
Mm.
okay, it makes sense. Because like this infestation looks like Steamboat Willie,
Yep,
and this Mickey Mouse trap film looks like Steamboat Willie.
yep,
Here, this stupid Ghostface guy.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
There's a
All
video
right.
that's kind of like go over the specifics, but yep, it's only that interpretation of who would eventually become Mickey Mouse, but not Mickey Mouse.
I kind of want to watch this trailer, but I know it's gonna play like crap.
Uh, yeah, like I'm not too stoked about like these guys as Winnie the Pooh and shit, because like
Yeah, I don't
obviously
give a
they're
fuck.
just cashing in on the
This shit.
The meme status of it, where it's just
Yup.
like, "Oh look, haha, we made the first funny like dumb adaptation," and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, that was so stupid and bad, haha, that was fun." But then like, now what? I mean, you're gonna
yeah,
get a bunch of people that also try to do that, but then like, okay, so now you got a bunch of garbage out there. It's like,
yeah,
Yeah. Well, I
you know,
appreciate you guys breaking it down for me.
yeah. But like I said, I'm not too fond of that shit. It looks lame, and I like you said earlier, Tevin. Now that you bring it up, I'm not sure how I feel about it. To be perfectly honest, because even though by the time, let's say I make something, and the same laws goes into effect, I'll be long gone. But if it's something that I would want passed down to someone specifically who will be alive to take advantage of it, like my children or an associate and their children, I gave him specifically the rights only for it to like go up in smoke like 100 years from now, and then everybody just turns it into a meme template that can't really be gone after. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta like think about that.
Yeah, it is. I don't like it either. Like you said, if I made something, I wanted to stay in my family forever. I'm totally with you on that one.
Yeah.
For any and everybody just to take what I made and make booty memes and uh, horror
Booty man.
movies and
Booty.
yeah,
yeah, it's like
whatever.
it's like
Just
you're ruining
totally
the legacy
exactly.
of
Yeah.
Just
what it
totally
is.
take what I made and just
Yeah,
turn it to whatever the fuck you want it to be. It's
yeah,
like it's ugly, man. That's super ugly.
yeah. It's ugly, and it's like it kind of like ruins the whole point of that piece of art being made and that thing being made. But at the same time, what if that already happens? Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like that's why I'm not completely on their side, because what about if you get a situation where somehow in some way, shape, or form, because of lawyers and contracts being signed and whatever, right?
Hmm.
Someone gets the right holds of the rights that already are treating it like fucking shit. Or what if the person who did create it, maybe when they first created it, they respected it, but then afterwards, they just started to disrespect their own shit just to spite their fans.
Yeah, because that
Mm.
is something that happens now, and it's
Yeah,
and at that point, a fan adaptation by someone who genuinely cares and is able to do it because it's out of the copyright or whatever, that would be cool.
that would
Yeah,
honestly, yeah,
yeah,
that'd be fucking amazing. And it'd be like, dang, like that was literally the only way that happened. That's why I'm like, I
Well,
don't know.
now that I think about it, because there's something similar to that when it comes to, oh, excuse me. It's kind of like how Linux operates, like in terms of like maintaining the value of what Linux is. I know you guys haven't heard of Red Hat Enterprise, but Red Hat Linux is like a corporatized distribution that came from Fedora Linux. Now, Linux wholesale has always been about open source, freedom to blah blah blah, yada yada yada. And they most, 9 times out of 10 are like, hey, we don't do anything proprietary. We're 100% open source over here. If you come over here with some proprietary shit, we're gonna shit on you. And that's what Red Hat did. They went to a closed source proprietary brand, and Linux, the community, just essentially cut them off outright. They were just like, no, what you're doing goes against everything that Linux is about.
Mm.
Now, Red Hat Linux is still around, but they're that's just their brand. That's what they're selling now. But
So
there
what
was
is
like,
what? No, so they sell a brand of Linux.
yeah, say it's their distribution, like operating system. It's Red Hat Enterprise. It's like a business oriented OS, I
So
believe.
they already have it like so they sell Linux, but already with things in it. Is that what
Yeah,
it
they're
is?
they're closed source, source code. They
Okay.
created it this way, and they're selling their product as this. It's no
Okay, I see.
longer within like the open source ecosystem,
I see.
and that's kind of something that everyone was just like, nah, I'm not explaining it perfectly, but if you were
Yeah,
to look
I
into it, that's
understand.
something that
Yeah, it's
so
like you're defeating the purpose of what Linux is supposed to be
yeah,
by putting all that shit in it and then selling it, I guess.
and locking it down because like they're
Yeah.
not against you making money, but they are against you taking something like it and claiming it as your own and locking it off from anyone else.
Yeah, that's
So
the
Mm.
thing. It's closed source, meaning that people can't examine the code for themselves, learn from it, use it. Like it's, I made this thing. You can't see how it works. You can't see how, and if you do, I can sue you because in order to
yep,
Oh,
use
it's
this
a
thing, you have
yeah.
to be able to sign this EULA and blah blah blah, and you just have to be a user,
Yeah,
essentially.
that's real
yeah,
ugly.
Yeah,
yep.
Shit, I might as well get Windows then. Shit.
exactly, exactly, right.
Yep.
That's why it defeats the point.
Mm,
You
yep.
hit the nail on the head over it.
Yeah. But
But
yeah. What you
uh,
drinking over there, Josh?
oh
Sprite,
nah,
apple juice.
Can I get the
Apple,
champagne?
apple cider, sparkling cider.
Oh, I was saying, man, you over here drinking champagne?
Hell no. I'm
Damn it.
drinking.
Shim,
I'm
shim
drinking
packing.
elegant juice.
Yeah, I was expecting something really fancy or special.
Nope, Kroger, $2.
Hey, man, ain't
Yeah,
no that shit
it's
is good
been
though.
it's been aged for 1 week.
Damn day, the same damn day.
Yep.
Get this shit out of here.
Man, nah, this shit good, bro. It's
All right.
delicious.
Yeah, forget man, know what? Get you, dog. I'm gonna drink me my sake.
What the fuck is
Oh,
that?
snap.
A big ass
Sake.
thunk.
Well, Josh, you got anything else, man, to cover?
Well, no, I think that'll do. We pushing 3 hours, and I'd say this was a really good turnout. I appreciate you
It's
guys coming on,
Yeah,
very
man.
fun. Very, very fun. I
and
appreciate you guys too.
yeah, there was some good discussions, good debates. Some of us were wrong, but that's okay, Herbert.
Hey, man.
Some of us are 120% right.
Oh my god.
I agree, Herbert. Like when 3 out of 1, 3 out of 4 is correct, correct. But
I am the Marines.
Mhm. You're the underdog.
Yeah, I am the Marines on One
yeah,
Piece.
yeah, I'm rooting
Hun,
for you, man.
hun, hun pirates.
I mean, of course, the Marines. You two characters. Herbert, you two characters over in One Piece. You Kizaru.
Oh, surely.
You told them motherfuckers. You told them niggas.
I hate y'all, man, for bringing it up.
Herb over here like
What's his name?
they got his
What's
aviator
that
shades
character's
on,
name?
yellow
Is it
yellow striped suit. These damn pirates from out there.
Kizaru? Is that his name?
Kizaru, yep.
Kizaru.
How you spell it? I wanna show everybody.
Oh, Kizaru.
Yeah. How you spell it?
Damn, I'm not spelling shit. Hang on.
Kizaru One Piece. I remember just like that dinosaur would be like, hey man, this dinosaur look like Tyrell.
God, don't leave that nigga alone.
Uh,
Man.
okay, this guy right here. Let me open image in its own tab and then share that tab.
That man is Kizaru and Fujitora. Yep, there you go, right there.
Hey,
right there.
Hey yo,
goddamn.
I have those glasses. And,
That's
like,
what
I
we
put
said.
them
That's
on.
what, yeah. You had those shit, so I said, "Oh my god, he
I
did
said,
it!
oh no.
He did it! He fucking did it! He pulled off Kizaru.
Hey, Cross, did we show you the dinosaur picture? I feel like we did.
No, I don't think I saw it, man.
You so full of shit.
No, dude, because like I was like, dude, this dinosaur look just like Tyrell, man. Hold on, I mean, it's like on the cover. All right, if Tevin says he agrees this looks like him, then
Hold
he
on, I
just
don't
looks
think I've
like him.
seen it. I don't think I've seen it either.
Alright, I have to see him. I'm a little behind on your stream, by the way. I have to watch like the YouTube version of the stream because I can't see. I can't see.
God damn it! You so.
You said it looked like Tyrell.
Yeah,
I think it looked more like Tyrell.
It's even worse.
they both look the same.
Oh my god! Y'all ain't shit. Oh,
It's the smile, man.
I
yeah,
know.
I know, right? Smile.
It's the smile. Why
What
you
is
smiling with teeth like that?
what is that from? What movie is
Uh,
that?
this is an old Disney movie called Dinosaur. You don't remember Dinosaur?
What's it called? Just dinosaur.
No, that's
Whoa,
Our
that is a
Oh,
fucking
my
stupid
God.
ass name.
goddamn crying over here.
That
God
look like
damn,
you know how like you be playing video games and then you be walking past a prop and then it be like let's say you play Resident Evil and then you gotta walk past like a movie thing it would have like in the thing. That's what that look like.
you gotta see Mario
Dinosaur.
Mini Donuts. You will understand. You will understand.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh
Oh,
man,
y'all,
that
y'all
shit.
ain't worth y'all ain't worth a damn.
In the damn stream. You so good.
that is funny.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all for coming out. You guys watching at home, appreciate y'all for listening in. One of these days, I'm gonna rename the stream "Gaming with the Boys" or something, or "Discussions with the Boys," because this shit's fun. I like that. Like this shit. But till next time, everybody on the stream, we got Cross here, Young Sykes, H3 the Game Herb, and I myself, your immortal Afro Josh. Thank you for watching, and we'll all see you on the next upload. Peace. Let me hit my outro. Y'all have a good one.